So, gentlemen, last we left off, you guys had finally made your way out of the forest and into Connieberry, where you guys, Drakathy went off and did kind of his own thing, and Philip actually picked a fight with some guards and was getting pissed off and went around trying to find someone to murder, yet he couldn't find really anyone. Just everyone was just too closely packed. And you guys ended up retiring. Drakathy leaving Galazar at a apothecary, which he never returned from to pick Galazar up. Galazar eventually making his way into town and finding Drakathy and going to an inn where Philip was currently resting upstairs. Drakathy went and talked to the barkeep. The barkeep, being a interesting fellow, he he actually opened up a underground cellar which happened to have a fighting arena where Drakathy first fought a fire. Believe it was a Zir is what he actually fought, and then Philip came down during the whole brawl, woke up from some thunderous booms, came downstairs, saw Drakathy fighting for his life, and as soon as Drakathy vanquished his enemy, Philip went and challenged the guard to a one-on-one duel, wherein Drakathy was betting against Philip, and Philip coming up with some clever plans, yet it wasn't foolproof, including summoning a illusionary hag. After that, both Drakathy and Philip left the arena, went upstairs, and actually went to sleep. And that is.
I like
Mhm.
to add the fact that I was not the only one that bet against him. Galzar did also bet against him.
Yeah.
you gotta throw him under the bus. It's not just me. I was gonna say.
Throwing
I,
the NPC under the bus.
he's like, I want to make it very clear that I'm not the only asshole here. There's another among us.
Yeah. Not the only asshole available. Drakathy now throwing his companion under the bus, and both Galazar and Drakathy bet against Philip, hoping Philip would lose the fight. That is where we come to.
I,
You guys have taken a long rest. You guys wake up in the morning. The morning is yours. What do you guys want to do?
oh shit.
Oh,
All
while
right.
you go ahead and discuss amongst yourselves because I have stuff here.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
loading up
I,
your
I
shit.
didn't expect it this early, so go ahead and talk
Oh,
amongst yourselves.
you're welcome. Great. All right, guys. For those of you who weren't here, we took a hiatus last week because shit happens and family likes to interrupt things. And I decided to do some family things. So there was a lot of shit that I didn't get done. So part 9 and 10, um, they are done finishing being like edited and whatnot. I will go ahead and do all the whole like rendering and shit like that, and then hurry to get those full motherfuckers up on the YouTubes. Um, part 11 will follow suit as well. I'll probably try to get it all done and edit by tomorrow and whatnot, and then probably post it at least before next week Saturday, where we do this all over again. So that way I can be all caught up. Still gonna have to do all the fucking highlights and shit, and that's gonna be a headache. But I will try to make some time so that way I can get those highlights. Will come as they come. Um, trying to just at least get each part done because that's more important. So that way, for everybody who's not watching the stream and is only watching the YouTube videos, are caught up completely and they're not like lost. Especially when like it's like three parts in all the way. I'll do the highlights as quickly as possible. I'm gonna pull up my big boy pads. Shit. But no, it's good. Hope everybody's weekend is nice. Everybody's last week's was brilliant. I hope work wasn't a bitch and everybody had a nice day.
There it is.
Victor, you've
Okay.
been like extremely quiet. I have not heard a peep out of you yet.
Who?
Dragon Thief.
Oh yeah. So, Jack
I didn't want to. I didn't want to interrupt your intro.
Oh, I guess you can call it that.
Maybe.
I just threw out information because I told people I will gradually get the highlights done, but I'm always gonna make sure that I get the full length videos out on the user tubes so that way everybody can be up to date. Since people like to just watch the videos in the background and listen to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how
Them damn
most
YouTubes.
them YouTubes.
YouTube.
The YouTubes.
The Yeet
So so the morning is yours, gentlemen. What do you guys want to do for today?
I wake up and
Uh-huh.
just like that nigga with my ass. Oh well. And then I go downstairs.
So waking up, Philip, you first think to yourself, well, that motherfucker just whooped my ass. Oh well, let's continue on. So you go downstairs. Jackie, what are you doing?
I'm gonna say that I meditated and wrote in the journal before I went to bed.
You did last session, but we will go ahead and rewind a little bit. What are you writing in your journal?
Just about what I saw after the fight itself,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that I'm now 200 gold richer.
Okay. Are you drawing any pictures in there, or are you just writing words?
I'm sketching the beast that I fought
Okay.
and writing down the fact that it's immune to
Make
fire
a
and whatnot.
performance check.
So
Son of a bitch! I ain't ready for that shit.
Well, you gotta learn how to
I,
draw.
for everybody,
I meant literally. I'm not ready for that.
I got a new
I'll roll in a minute.
Oh, okay. What, Philip?
so I see that I have a arcane recovery special thing. Is a once per day.
Yeah.
You finish a short rest, you can choose to expand a spell slot to recover up to
Yeah.
a combined of level 1, and none those slots can be a 6th level or higher. Can I like implement that shit like and like get one of my regularly spells back so that way I can like
Well,
flip.
you had a long rest, so all your spell slots should be there.
Actually, they are. Yeah, they are.
I mean,
So basically, that's used for like if we're having like long battles or whatnot, and we just got done and we have some more
that's
coming
yeah.
later on.
That's like if you're like going into a dungeon and you are fighting monsters and you have a brief intermission where you could be like, yeah, we can go ahead and take a short rest, which is an hour long. Then he can use arcane recovery during that time and gains spell slots back. Mages, man, they're not to fuck with.
Oh my gosh, man. That's pretty lit.
Like,
That's cool. Um, I ask around about Claire and her role in the city, as well as are there any like spell shops where I can like get information about other spells so I can learn more shit? And yeah,
who are you specifically asking, or are you just
I'm probably gonna,
asking?
I'm probably just gonna I'm gonna start with
Um,
the owner of the shop, the bartender, because
Um,
is it a straight D20 roll? Or do I add anything?
for the performance check,
Yeah.
it's gonna be your a d20 plus your charisma modifier.
So that's 20.
You gotta okay. So doing the sketch, and you actually spent the previous evening. You actually did spend a little bit of time this morning. You actually took a second look at it, and you actually are very impressed. You're like, normally I don't draw like this, but this is very, very good, and you are happy with it. Um,
Damn, I'm good.
Is it veiny?
yeah. Oh, it's
Is it?
super veiny. It's super veiny.
uh,
Uh,
shit.
veins on top of veins, but Drake, um, you wake up this morning. You actually looked in your journal. You saw you did a really, really well done job. Um, what do you want to do?
We're so testy.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
Okay, so you go downstairs. You see Philip inquiring about Claire. You don't know who actually. You wouldn't know who he's inquiring about, but you do hear him ask a couple questions. Philip, are you're just asking the barkeep at this point?
Yeah, so I'm just like, yo, man, that was pretty dope. That's a dope little dungeon that you got down there. But I got a question. Um,
Well, thank you kindly.
uh, how's that Claire up there on the hill? Like, why does she seem so
Uh,
separate from the town and everything?
she's one of them weirdins. She deals with all sorts of magically shit.
Okay,
Hmm.
I feel it. I feel it. Is there any chance where there might be like any kind of like spell shops around here where I can like purchase like a book?
She's the she. I mean, we got a bookshop. I mean, you can go check out, but Claire's really the only one who really deals with all that kind of stuff, but she's more of an herbalist in my particular knowing of her. I really don't go to her unless I have the itchies down under, if you know what I mean.
I definitely know what you mean, man. Hey, man, when you gotta do what you gotta do. When you got bust a nut, you got bust a nut. I ain't mad at you.
Hey,
S- So I
I
go over to the
like
bar.
you there.
Is there like a lady where I can order food from or anything?
Um, I mean, it's
Do I
kind
see
of a
anybody?
it's kind of a small tavern. You get the sense that it's probably owned by one person and is manned by two other people besides the owner. And the owner is currently in, and he is serving food. But you also see a yeah, I would say at this point in time you do see someone who is female who is also helping with preparations throughout the day.
Gotta shave. All right.
Um, I wave her over.
Oh, yes, dear.
Oh, you sound just like an old friend of mine.
Oh, well, I'm quite flattered. How
Um,
can I help you? And she's a little timid because and you get the sense she like looks at you a little bit strangely than normal.
is Galzar down here as well?
Oh, is that the other
No, I'm asking
dragon?
you, DM.
Oh, I thought you were asking her. Yeah, Galasar made his way down. So he's currently standing in the corner waiting for either you or Philip. And he saw
Um,
Philip and started moving towards him, and then saw you and stopped.
I waved him over. I'm waving him over. So, what do you have on the menu, sweetheart?
Oh, are you looking for some meat, some vegetables?
Your
What?
finest meat. What's the best you got?
Oh, we have some fresh eggs and some fresh meat that we just got from the butcher this morning. If you are so inclined. And she gives you like a soft little wink.
Oh, I would love that.
Okay.
As long
And
as well as some water, and get the same for my friend over here.
will do, darling. And you actually look at her, and she is a kind of elven-ish kind of a woman, but make a perception check.
Oh, I'm gonna check something real quick. And I
Perception is 10.
She only have one.
She gives you that wink, and you're so flattered by it because this is the first time someone's treated you, for the first time, like kind of meeting them with real respect and real admiration. Some people just like kind of play it off just because you're a dragonborn, but she really thinks that you are essentially the bee's knees, and so you're just overtaken by the flattery, and she just, will do, darling, and she just walks off.
She wants
And I say to myself out loud, it's because I beat the shit out of that guy.
Oh man.
so so you see Philip inquiring and asking the actual barkeep some questions. What are you doing?
I'm waving Philip over.
Philip, you see Drakathy waving you over. What are you doing?
I'll be like, I'll be there in a second. I like hand signal, like, I'll be there in a second, my nigga. One moment, man, one moment. And I try to still get like information. And after
Well,
he tells me about like the bookshop and everything, I ask him, "You guys got any firearms up in this bitch?"
fuck, I don't know what you're talking about. Firearms? What is it? What are you talking about? Firearm?
As I think to myself, "Fuck, he probably never saw that damn weird ass
It
box. I want a gun
is.
like this."
I
Fuck
mean,
you, Star
you
Fox.
can you can make an attempt to draw a picture if you want so chose.
Okay,
Um,
so I I try to attempt to draw a picture. So
make a
use
performance check.
okay. You made me do a performance check and shit. What is that? I'm not even proficient in that. That's
Actually, make it
You're
make two rolls. One dex, one intelligence. Go ahead and do that one first, and tell me what you get.
fuck me. Oh, cool. He didn't fuck me. 13.
13. You got a general idea of what could be considered a firearm. Make a dexterity check for me.
Please don't have me do that, man. You know how I feel about my dexterity checks. They lit. Son of a bitch! No, you have forsaken me. I got a 1. It's a 5 altogether. That's some bullshit. I draw like two
That's
stick figures.
amazing.
I draw an
That's
L sideways, and I'm like, that's what the gun looks like.
and he goes, well, that's just that looks like a crossing bow. I mean, that looks
um.
like a
Do I overhear this by chance?
did you move any closer? Because I mean, you're about
No.
okay.
I'm still at the table.
Let's see here.
My role
I
have
mean,
forsaken me.
Philip, are you trying to be quiet about this, or are you
No,
just
I'm not being
okay?
loud or quiet.
Then
I'm just regular standard
okay, you're
voice.
just talking. Okay. Then Drakathy, with your passive perception, I would say yeah, you can get most of the conversation. You just hear Philip talking about a specific like a general item that he saw that could be considered a you would guess as a firearm, something, and you hear him shout, "Curse you, Star Fox," which rings a bell. And you remember the tabaxi that you guys were traveling with that had a kind of a weird cylinder shape that shot that expelled essentially what you thought as an arcane energy.
All right, so I'm gonna go over there really quick.
Okay.
I'm like, and Philip, what the heck is on that paper? You
That's
trying to
my
teach this
And
guy how to spell?
you look
uh,
at it, and it
that's my
looks like
retard
it looks
drawing.
like a turd with a box on the bottom of it.
That is that is called abstract art. Whatever the fuck that means.
Abstract art. There it is. Seems accurate.
What are you trying to draw? I say.
Bruh. You know that motherfucking that weird whatchamacallit fox thing? Whatever.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Tabaxi, you
I
guys
want
know who
I,
he is.
I want his gun. And I'm see
You don't know what it was called.
okay,
Calm your-
I want his fucking weapon. It looked like what I would assume a better version of a crossbow. And I need that shit because that shit would be lit. If I could just pull that shit out and just one tap motherfuckers in the head like I'm playing Counter Strike. I just made that word up. I don't know what the fuck a Counter Strike is, but it would be just like that.
Cannon.
All right. So out of cockiness from the drawing this morning, I'm gonna go. I'm like, nah, man. This is how it looks.
Okay,
Oh my god.
make a dexterity check.
20.
No fucking way. Ooh. And Philip, you see Drakathy quickly sketch with fine detail, not super fine detail, but with quite a bit of detail, the item that you remember seeing Star Fox have. And you slip it over to the bartender, Drakathy, and you go, "This is what he's looking for." And the bartender goes, "Well, holy shit, I've never seen anything like that. If you could invent something like that, that'd be awfully convenient now, wouldn't it? And you're saying it shoots arcane energy?
Some shit like that. I don't know. I never seen that shit like that. The thing
Oh,
is,
shit.
I would have asked him, but he smelled like lotion and doo doo, so I didn't want to get near him.
Oh, shit, neither would I. He'd be doing some weird shit. Those tabaxis are weird.
Oh yeah, man. Especially when you smell like lotion and doo doo. It's like beating off while you're on the toilet. Like it's just
I tell you what, those tabaxis, they're clever sons of bitches. They sell their own mother for a gold piece.
I bet he slit his mama's throat for that weapon.
I wouldn't doubt it, but I don't know. You could maybe take this over to Claire, and maybe she has some information about it. I don't know.
Cool. I grab it
All right.
and I
I
slide
grabbed the
that shit.
drawing,
No, I grab
and
that
I'm like,
shit.
oh, thank you, sir.
No, I grab it because I did it first. Okay,
Both
and
of you make contested dexterity checks.
you gonna make me do it,
Oh
huh?
shit. I fail.
is
Nope.
it
He's
is it
he's
a
got it.
is it a saving throw or just a regular
No,
check?
it's just a check. It's just
Roll
a check.
higher than a 3, and you're good.
Okay, cool. Because I rolled a 7 and it's 11 altogether. So
So Philip snatches the paper before you can get to it.
fuck.
Drakathy.
I need my charger for my laptop. My laptop about to fucking die. Hold on. You can keep on going. I'm not leaving.
Yeah,
It's somewhere in
I know.
here. Hold on. But yeah, I slide that shit. I put that shit in my shoe and whatnot. I'd have it like right there on the side, like how niggas keep like they dollar bills in they shoe and shit. I do that and I keep it snugged in there. So it's like partially under my foot, but partially on the side.
Okay.
Uh and then I'm like, thank you, sir. And then I look at Dragonthie. Shall we convo over there? Cause you left your homie by himself and he looks scared.
You look over
Oh man.
and Galzar's just eating breakfast. He is enjoying himself.
Look at the scared face on him. He had to eat to bring comfort. I walk over to Galazar and I'm like, yo man, how's it going?
Oh, Drakathy. Is Drakathy around here, Philip?
I know that he's like your champion and everything, but it's not always all about Dragothy. You're a person too, you know. We can
Uh,
talk. You can talk to me. I'm a person.
I
I'm part of this group too. And then
of
I fall back in
of
my chair like, am
course,
I even important?
of course you are. Sir Philip, I value your friendship just as much as Drakthys, but you have to understand, Drakthi is the chosen one.
I know. I just wish sometimes I was too.
Oh, sir, you'll find your way. I just I expect it. You know, it's all good in the end, and you'll do just fine.
Cool. I say through the ring to Dragathy, hey, what would happen if the spell broke and he snaps out? Would we have to
I've
kill
actually
him?
been wondering that same thing. I've been wondering that same thing.
Huh, that's a good theory. It would suck if we had to kill him. He seems really cool. You think we could convince him to think you're still the champion even after if this so-called spell breaks? Because it seems like the spell got out of control. It like attempted once and then it got right back to it. Apparently. Oh man, this theory it hurts my brain.
Yeah, you don't. You have no idea, man.
I'm like that TV show Lost Tapes, sitting there trying to look for the Loch Ness monster and get attacked by it.
Yeah.
All right. Um, I say to my fellow companions, um, I'm probably gonna screw this up, but I'm gonna try to say it in my mind as through the ring, because I don't know if Dragon's by the table or not. As well as I'm
Yeah,
looking at.
I walked to the table.
Okay. Well, then I say, well, I'm gonna head upstairs, grab my shit, so we can go to Claire, so I can see about this whole destiny thing, and and I don't know what we're doing, man. I don't know where we're going to Claire. Let's go to Claire.
So, are you? I'm assuming, Philip, are you having breakfast? I'm assuming you guys are having food, breakfast at
Oh
least.
shit, yeah, no. I quickly come back down before I get my shit, and I'm gonna eat first. I'm gonna eat first.
And I'm like, I look at him like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I just start devouring the meat that I had.
Yeah,
I say, bartender, give me a big slab of bacon. I
I'll
want some
tell you
eggs.
what. You want some bacon and eggs? I'll tell you what. I'll give you the best in the kingdom. I'll tell you what.
Well, shit,
Yeah,
man. If you do that for me, man, I throw in a little extra something for you. I appreciate that.
you bet your ass. Now, do you like it crispy? Do you like it soft? Do you like it medium? How do you like your bacon?
I like that shit crispy. I want that shit to
Crispy as
crunch when I
shit.
bite into it.
He
And
likes it long and thick
what
too.
about your eggs?
Oh, you can do it over easy. A little
Over
salt, a
easy.
little pepper.
I'll tell you what, they'll be so over easy you won't even know it. Mm-hmm. And he goes in the back, and after about 10 or 15 minutes, you can already start to smell the bacon. It is mouth watering. Let me actually, because I want to have some fun too. Give me 1 second
Yeah,
here.
because it's always boring when you're the DM and you get to pick our fates.
Hey man, you guys pick your own fates. It's just I continue the story from there.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's
okay.
exactly what's happening.
So Philip, he comes out with this platter, and it smells super fucking delicious. And he sets it in front of you. The eggs are done exactly the way you imagined them, and the bacon is so crispy when you bite into it. It crunches in just the right way, and it reminds you of your childhood a bit. And you're taken aback, and you're like, "Well, shit, this is good." And he looks at you, and goes, "How'd you like your food? I worked pretty hard on this shit right here for
Oh
you."
shit, man, that shit delicious. So like, I grab his hand, I put my hand in his hand, and then I leave like 4 gold pieces in his
Mhm.
hand. Just be like, man,
For
thank you, I appreciate that.
Wait, how many? What did you leave for? What?
4 gold pieces. You know,
Oh shit! He looks at you and goes, "Holy shit! Next time I'll make you even a better meal. How about that? How about you come by for dinner? You guys eat, and then you guys go into the event. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to ask both of you. Are you guys fighting each other tonight?
I look at Philip.
we're supposed to fight.
I mean, you guys don't have to, but if you guys want me to, I can set up an event and make sure the entire town is there."
Am I gonna get my ass whooped again?
I look
Well,
at him and then I look at the barkeep and I
if
say,
you guys don't want to fight
absolutely.
each other, we have other things you can fight. I mean, you just have to go down and bum down in there and just say you don't want to die, and just say a number between 1 and 20.
Fuck it, we fight. If you can set that up, that'd be great.
Ah, I'll tell you what, we'll be ready for you by the time you get back.
Show.
Very good. And he goes off, and you already see him talking to several tables at his inside the inn. And you hear, "Oh, did you hear those two fellas? They're gonna fight. They're gonna have a great time." And then he goes off on a tangent. What are you guys doing?
I'm waving the lady, the young lady that I talked to.
Oh, hello. I've never got your name.
Shit, you sound familiar.
Oh,
That's what I said.
I get that quite a bit.
Oh man, deja vu all over again.
I'm so sorry that I sound familiar. How can I help you two?
Oh, I just wanted to know how much did I owe you for these 2 plates. He's paying for himself.
Oh, well, I mean, 2 copper pieces for the breakfast.
I
Alrighty, and
got you, bro.
I actually hand her 2 silver. I'm like, and the rest is for you. It's just a tip.
Oh, thank you so much. And she puts it in her pocket. She goes,
No, I
"You're
have
very,
one already.
you're very sweet." And she
What
gives
are-
you
what
another
is-
wink. What?
None.
Oh, Philip, make a perception check, buddy.
Make a perception check.
Make a perception check.
Am I being flirted with?
You don't know.
That's why you're having me run a perception check. All right. Look at that, 13.
Okay. Drakthi, you have been voted off the island.
Okay.
If you can please move yourself to. Actually, I can do it. So,
I always try to move myself before you do it. Every time that happens, so I can move myself. I'm a big boy now.
It's so discouraging. It's like you're getting punished in the corner. It's so discouraging. You notice something, Philip. You notice something about her eyes. Her eyes remind you of Drakathy's eyes. They're more slit-like rather than round pupils. They're almost a dragon-esque kind of shape, and she's clearly a little more elven. But you do notice some potential dragon-esque features.
Can I hold on? Then shit. Um, I start speaking Elvish to her, and I grab her hand gently, and I say, "Hey," and I'm saying all this in Elvish. I say,
Yeah.
"Hey, um, are you part Dragonborn or something like that?"
And I'm gonna have to bring him back into this. So, Drakathy, what's going on is Phil starts speaking Elvish, which you don't know, and all you hear is Vorni esk me brun vernan drakon.
Damn,
And
that's so good. It impressed me every time.
and you catch the last part of it is is because that's a little more common than normal. And she goes, Morthanen Drakon Vini Tukonen Mutagen Belen. And which translates roughly, and anyone who is out there who knows Elvish, please don't be too harsh. My Elvish is a little off. But you pretty much get the notion. And I'm sorry, Drakathy, I just wanted you to hear that part in Elvish. So goodbye. So what she says to you is she goes, how did you know? My mother is actually dragonborn. My father is elvish. Um, I know you speak elvish, but can you also speak draconic? And she says this in elvish, and the last part of it, because she took a pause, and then she says, me draconis irvin melen. And do you speak draconic? What do you what do
Uh,
you say?
in Elvish, I say no. I don't speak Draconic. I can tell by your eyes; they look the same as my companions. So it was kind of really a shot in the dark if you were or not. But hey, high five for a good guess, right?
And she chuckles. She goes, you are so funny. She goes, but I think I like your friend a little more. He's a little more shy and a little more fun to mess around with.
Oh shit, you don't even know. Uh,
Ha.
you don't even know. I already had set something in place to where, because he likes to pull a lot of pranks, so I had like prepared myself for his pranks and stuff, and don't know what's gonna happen when he tries to prank me or anything. I can't wait till it
well,
happens.
well, let's hope that your friendship stays strong. And I'm gonna bring him in. And from that point, I'm gonna repeat some stuff. Just bear with me. I'm gonna do it in Elvish. So just this is the conversation you just had. So
For sure.
keep that in mind. All right, Jackathy. All you hear is Philip talking to her and saying Drokanen at the very end, and she replies, Bornenin menion dracones borin venin clan panlang. And then she continues on. They actually have this conversation going on for a little bit, and Philip actually responds, Drakan venin, and he actually doesn't fully like point to you, but he just like kind of does a hand motion because there's something with Elvish that you speak a little bit with your hands. It's not, it's not, it's super subtle, but with your passive perception, I would say you pick up on a couple things. And Philip just goes, Bren venen coron pelen. And she goes, Drakon venen modern parenting. And and they just keep going back and forth in Elvish, and eventually she just goes and she kind of chuckles and gives you another wink, and she starts to walk away.
I look at her. I'm like, what was that about?
I look at him and I'm like, bro, you got something special right there, man. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you, man.
Wait,
Oh,
wait. What are you talking about?
I'm so proud of you. Oh man, man, you gotta. I look at. I want to say Garth so fucking bad, but listen.
Since his original name was Garth.
um, I look at Galazor and I'm like, bruh, man, he's a special one right over there. He's about to. Oh, hey, man. I see why you follow him, man. He is the chosen one. Cause that right there, what I just spoke with, I'm so proud of you, man. I can't wait for the night.
What are you talking about? I'm so
Oh,
confused.
oh man.
You
You'll
don't
find out,
speak
bruh.
Elvish,
Oh,
do
you
you?
gonna find out.
Hold on,
Oh
hold on,
my
hold on, hold on.
god.
So everyone knows, Drakathy, do you speak Elvish?
Wait. Say what?
Do you
Do you
speak
speak
Elvish?
Elvish or Sylvan?
I can if I
You can.
wanted to.
Did you? Did you at that point in time?
No.
Then you have no idea what was said.
Oh yeah, that I know.
Yeah. So have fun.
Oh, I was asking Philip. What do you mean?
You're gonna have something special. Just it's gonna come to you, and it's gonna be great. And I can't wait for when it happens, because I know me and Galzo, we're gonna be right there cheering you on, man. We're gonna be right there cheering you on.
Okay. I'd like tilt my head and look at him awkwardly, and then get up
Okay.
and start going out. I'm like, I'm going to Claire's. I don't know about you guys.
Take a shower before tonight. I get up and I get my shit so I can get ready to go to Claire's.
So you guys get up after having a nice breakfast. You guys go out. You guys start making your way up the hill. And at that point in time, you guys are, while you're climbing the hill, you essentially make it to the top. And you see the kind of the almost mansion-esque kind of a place. And Drakathy, you just thought it was a storefront. You weren't really paying attention because there was a lot of things that happened during that time. But it was actually a bigger place than you originally thought. And you do see at the front a door. Do you guys and you remember going through this door and you remember kind of the layout of the internal building, but you just never came back as like you told Claire that you were going to last time you visited. So what do you do?
I go inside.
Okay.
I follow suit.
And Galzar is closely behind both. So as you guys enter the shop, you guys and Philip, this is the first time you've been in the shop. And what you see is you see different plants hanging down from the ceiling. You see plants and bottles and all sorts of kind of like alchemical, like almost like alchemy kind of supplies lining the walls, and a lot of different herbs and what smells like incense. You guys kind of get like a almost like a lavender kind of a smell wafting through the room, and you see the woman who is behind the counter who happens to be more of a the best way to describe her is she is humanoid. She is kind of short. Um and you originally you guys think that she is a gnome, but she's too big to be a gnome and she is too small to be a dwarf. But she is humanoid and she is kind of standing on a stool behind the counter. What do you guys do?
What it do, Claire? If I'm just assuming that she's Claire. Um, what it do, Claire? We are on
I
our
look at
life.
him awkwardly. I'm like, how do you know that's Claire?
I don't know, but she behind the counter, so they said Claire owned the shop, so it's
Like,
gotta be
oh my
Claire.
god, you guys are finally here. Like, I
Wait,
cannot believe that you guys are here.
I look at her awkwardly. I'm like, wait, what do you mean you were expecting
Oh,
us?
I was expecting you. Your friends, they told me about you.
Bro, I
They
told you.
told me.
See, you over here thinking it's not Claire. Look at that. What up, dude, Claire? How's it going?
Wait,
How's life?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Philip.
but
How
what?
was your travels?
Just doing all
Drakathy,
right,
I know you have so many questions, but your friends, the friends who gave you that ring, told me you guys were coming.
bruh.
Oh yeah, those guys. I forgot about those guys.
How could you forget about such important people in your lives?
He
They told
they
me
he got
what you
his
guys
ring
are
dumbed
doing.
down. He got his ring dumbed down,
Oh,
so he can't even talk to them. Uh, we can get it
oh,
fixed though. We'll do that later.
Yeah, yeah. I need to get
oh!
that fixed.
If you I mean, I can see if they're available.
Oh, I'd appreciate
If
that.
they can be here within like a couple minutes, man, I'm down for it.
Hold on. And you see her cup
Um,
her.
I I interrupt her and I tell her to wait, who is the blacksmithy one?
Oh, you mean Wessie?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
yeah, Wesley. Yeah.
yes, the blacksmith. And she gives you a big ass wing. Look at
Yes, the
me, Wes.
blacksmith. I wink at her back.
Wessie, yes. You
He's
don't be
laughing.
so
Why?
obvious,
I'm like
please.
laughing while I'm looking at this. I'm like, why'd y'all wink to each other? We know.
I don't know, Philip. I don't know why he winked. I just winked back. And she
It's
cups her
so
hands
awkward.
she cups her hands around her mouth, and you hear just
And I look at Philip. I'm like, did I do it right?
It was better than last time. I'll say that.
so she whispers something, and she stops. She goes, and she puts up her finger, like just to tell you guys to be quiet. She just is looking off into space. Oh, they said though they could be here by nightfall if you so wished.
Oh
I'd appreciate
shit.
that. I have questions for both of them, actually.
Oh, of course. Well, they can probably answer it when they get here. So, how can I help you both?
Um,
Like,
he's
tell
here
me.
for his he's here for his own thing. I came here for another. Um, I was told you know a bit about alchemy, and
Oh, yes, yes, of course I know about alchemy. This is my shop.
could you teach me how to do alchemy, like make
Oh,
potions for healing?
I mean, we can spend some time together. It's gonna take you a little bit of time. It takes years to become a alchemist, but
I'm a fast learner.
we are more than welcome to this afternoon. I'm a little bit busy at the moment trying to help some orders, but if you want to gather some supplies for me, that will greatly be appreciated.
Alrighty, I'd like that.
Of course, we'll go over those details in a moment. How about you, Philip? How can I help?
All right. So I have some questions because I had like a big ass bombshell thrown in my fucking lap. Turns out my nigga over here hung out with my dad. That fucked me up bad. Fucked me up even more when I figured out my uncle's still alive.
Oh,
Wait, I
yes.
Man,
I look at Philip. I'm like, wait, what do you mean I hung out with your dad?
I don't fucking know, man. I'm like trying to go based off memory. My memory is shook because I'm fucked up right now.
You got the information.
Is that right?
That it
Is that right
no,
though?
Drakathy did not hang out with your uncle or your dad.
Okay, cool. All
Uh,
right, cool. Then that's me talking out my ass. Either way, I'm all fucked up right now.
she goes, oh, you mean Wessie and Timmy hung out, were in the same order as your father, which I'm also of. So that is who you mean to. And she's talking a lot more softly, and she goes, now, you're in a rough state, I can tell. But just know your uncle and your father, they're alive, we think. And if they aren't alive, that's bad. But if they are alive, then there's still hope. Um in the world, and to be honest, you're the next line of defense along with your friends here from whatever it is they were dealing with at the time. I'm more of the supply person, just providing aid where I can. I'm not really involved with the spy things.
Okay.
I interrupt. If you're supplying aid, do you have any potions for sale?
Actually, I do. I do have some potions that I can sell you.
All right,
Um, were you just looking for some healing potions, or what? What is your fancy?
just show me where your stock is, and I'll just look around.
Okay, so taking a couple minutes, you can see there are several ingredients used for alchemy. Um, Nothing that you recognize. You're not an alchemist, so you really don't know too much. But you see a couple bottles. Make a investigation check for me.
For sure. I am like,
Mhm.
um, So I was told my uncle's last whereabouts was in Woodford. With I don't know even trying something Terra, some Woodford Terra or Woodbine Terra.
The
Wavern.
Wait, yeah,
Wavern.
Wavering Terra.
wyvern. Are you talking about the wyvern? Um,
Wyvern. Yeah.
the the wyvern tour. You
Yeah,
said?
Tor. Yeah.
Oh, yes. You, your uncle did stop by here, mentioning that he was going to wyvern tour on a lead. He also mentioned something about the Ice Spire Peak, but that was a little more in the kind of, I believe, the southwestern direction of Wyvern Tor. Wyvern Tor is more to the southeast of us, more south than east, to be honest. You'll pass the old Owl Well, um, and if you go by there, there's some dangerous people by the old Owl Well that we would be appreciated if you guys took care of.
For sure. Do you ever have any like
So
weapons and shit like that, or like any magical books so I can learn some new spellies? Cause
Oh,
my brother
I
can cast spells now.
I don't have anything of magic. I'm more of an alchemist, which means that I'm a more of the scientific art than anything else. Um, if you want books, you can visit the local bookshop if you want. They sell plenty of books, both magical and non. I would take a look at that.
All right.
And
Shit,
of
I
course,
almost fucking forgot. And I pull the thingy out of my shoe, and I'm like, this is a drawing that I did of this like weird ass weapon that I want. Is there anything in here that you
oh,
might have that can probably help me build this
ah,
shit so I can be stupid, like threatening to people? I can just like shoot them like the Wild Wild West. I just made
she
that shit up. I don't know what that is.
she looks at you. She goes, that's an interesting drawing. I mean, did you have this in a dream?
No, we actually had a companion who passed away of masturbating on the toilet. It's terrible, tragic.
Oh,
And
uh,
he actually had that gun or weapon or whatever
I
the fuck it is.
as you say this, I'm slowly turning my head towards him and like awkwardly looking at him
uh-huh.
with the look on my face is like, what the fuck are you coming up with?
Yeah, yeah, it was terrible. He gripped it too hard, snapped that shit in half, and all the blood
Oh,
came out. Because when you're aroused, all the blood gets rushed in there, and he was still aroused when it happened. So yeah,
oh,
it happened like
um,
overnight. It was terrible. They had to clean it up. Yeah, I feel bad for those janitors. But he had that weapon, and it just blew my fucking mind that anything like that shit can exist. Trying to go full like Counter Strike. Don't worry about that. I just made that shit up. I really don't know what it is.
see, seems seems pretty accurate. She looks at you and goes, I mean, there's rumors about some sort of weapons. I mean, to the far west. I mean, in Wildmount. I mean, you can go to Hupper Duke, and there seems to be a supply of these kind of things in Hupper Duke, but that's a long way travel.
Okay, hold on. Give me a brief moment. So Hupper, is it Upper or Hupper?
Hupper, HUPPERDUKE, Hupper.
I'm just gonna put Hupper has guns in my notes.
Possibly. She goes, I don't sell anything like this. I mean, you can go to Alexandria. There's a specific person you can see about Alexandria's to the far east. If you go past our continent to the other side and take a ship to the far east, you can go to Alexandria and try to find someone named Percival.
Percival. Great.
Percival.
Take more notes.
Or Percy as he likes to be called as far as my knowledge goes.
I spelled possibly wrong. Okay, there we go. And how do you spell that motherfucker's name?
Oh, are you talking about his actual name or his nickname, which he likes to be called?
Nickname.
Percy. Percy.
All right,
But
and he'll
don't.
be in that
He'll
village.
be in Alexandria. I don't know much about him. I hear he's a tinkerer of some sort.
All right, and that is in the east location, west, south,
Alexandria is to the far east.
east. Cool grits. All right. Um, did my uncle leave anything here for me? Does he even know that I'm like on this great adventure or what? Does everybody has this ring so they can just talk to each other? Because if there is, I need to talk to that nigga real quick.
He refused the ring. He said he preferred to work alone. I'm sure as your nephew, you know he always says he's a real one, and real ones don't need outside help, typically.
Oh, that's my uncle right there. Tell me everything. Oh, that's a real nigga right there.
And she looks at you, she goes, he did speak if you ever were to somehow find your way here, that I tell you a message. Now, mind me, this message is far old, and he's told me to tell you, what up, little nigga? I hope you're doing well. And she's trying to make an impression of how your uncle kind of sounds, and she's failing at it. And she goes, I don't know why the fuck you came after me. I told you to stay home. I tell you,
Oh,
little ass bitch.
man, fuck that nigga for calling me a bitch. But that's my uncle right there.
She goes, oh, he also told me to tell you that he does love you, and the reason why he's on this journey is to hopefully save your father.
My dad's a whole nother situation. I know he's not a deadbeat now, but I still don't like
Your
that nigga for leaving in the first place.
your father had perfectly good reason to. Now, Dragonborn, why don't we get started?
Oh, I rolled a 15, by the
For
way.
what?
Investigation.
Ah, for potion. I almost forgot about that. To be honest, I was just doing the whole casual shit. So as far as potions go, you got a 15. So she goes, oh, I got about 5 regular health potions. You guys can purchase, as well as I do have a oil of slipperiness, if you guys are so interested in. It's my
Ooh,
own little home brew.
how slippery is it?
Oh, for that you can cover yourself, or a medium or small creature, and along with your equipment that you're wearing and carrying, and for up to 10 minutes. you have freedom of some movement. And just know that you can cover a 10-foot square with it.
All right, how much is that?
Oh, for this little potion, it'll be 100 gold pieces. And that's at a discounted rate for you, Philip. Normally I sell it for 300.
Ah, shit, fuck it. I take it.
Okay, so add and go into your potions and add a oil of slipperiness. Oh,
I
and
could do that and just like manage equipment, right?
yes, you can.
Is that like an actual item?
Yes, it is.
Oh shit! First one, oil of slipperiness.
So
Read the
I look
effect
at
of it.
her.
Oh shit!
Read the effect of it.
Wait, hold on. It's okay. This sticky black oil is thick and heavy in the container, but flows quickly when poured. The oil can cover a medium or small creature along with the equipment that it's wearing and carrying. In parentheses, one additional viral is required for each size category above medium. Okay, so that means if someone's bigger than medium, you're probably gonna need two.
If it's a large creature, you need to.
Applying the oil takes 10 minutes. What's so fucking long? The affected creature.
Freedom of movement means that if you are in difficult terrain, which means if I say your movement is half speed, it is not half speed. You move your full movement.
Freedom of movement spells up to spell for 8 hours.
Yeah, so if
This shit
someone casts freedom of movement on you, the spell lasts for 8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah,
I wish I had that shit when I was fighting old dude.
yeah, you gain the effect of freedom of movement. So when you put it on, you gain that spell.
Okay.
Freedom movement, which if you're swimming, you're normally half speed, so you'll gain freedom of movement, which means that you'll move at your full speed. If you're over difficult terrain, same thing, that sort of thing. So keep that in mind. Um, and she goes, oh, and you actually look, Drakthi, and you see a oil of etherealness, and you grab the bottle, and it looks very cloudy. You almost look at it. If you ever seen Harry Potter and you see like their memories, they put it in a flask and it looks kind of like cloudy and whatnot.
Yeah.
That kind of gray. That's what it looks like. It looks like
So
a silver cloud inside.
yeah,
And
it says Ben's what is it? It's
leave
B
it to
of
the imagination. Leave it to the imagination for right now.
all right. Well, I pulled it up because
Yeah, I know you did.
I'm an asshole.
And, and she goes, "Oh, that little bottle. Oh, it'll evaporate. You can cover yourself, and you actually become an ethereal, just like those nasty little vampires do in their spare time."
I
So,
look at her and I'm like, "What do you mean ethereal?"
oh, you don't know what an ethereal creature is, do you?
Now we
Do I?
Make a Arcana check.
can't reach
What is it? Is it a fame fiend or fey fiend or undead?
Um, I would say it's not so much a creature as it is an effect of a creature that could potentially be undead.
Gotcha. 15.
You know some ethereal some creatures that become ethereal. Vampires mostly, because vampires are a real thing in this world, and they are the most known to become ethereal. If a vampire is damaged enough, they turn into a gaseous form, and essentially they can't be damaged by any weapons except if it's magical.
So you can't. So ethereal means that you can't get hurt unless it's magical.
By a magical effect or weapon.
But spells still hurt it? Like
Yes, because it's magical.
okay, Damn. So that means any motherfucker that tries to come at you with a sword is kind of fuck. Well, no,
Unless it's a magic sword.
yeah, unless it's a magic sword. But I know broke niggas can't afford magic, so
Seems.
that's actually a pretty good one. How much is that one?
Oh, normally I sell this for about 1,200 gold pieces, but I can part with it for about 600.
Oh shit, 600.
I'm giving
I
you half
slowly
off.
put the I slowly put the bottle back.
Oh, all right, no problem. If you also wanted something a little more in your price range,
Yeah, it
I
seems like
mean,
$100, and that's with the discount or or without the discount.
yeah,
How much
because
gold do you have, Dragon?
Enough.
All right, you don't have to make me rob you. Um, I look at I fucking almost said George right now.
you guys
Name's
can.
not
She has several just regular health. She has several health potions that you guys can buy.
good on health potions. I have like 8.
How do you have 8 health potions?
I
Yeah,
bought
you
8.
have 8.
I bought
Oh,
8
you've
health
been
potions
buying.
before
Yeah,
we left
yeah, that's
Wesley's.
right. That's right.
I
You
bought a
did
shit
buy.
ton,
Yeah,
and I
because
keep on
that's where
forgetting
most
that
of
I
your
have them.
money.
Like
Is
shit.
that where all your money went?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot about that shit.
because I kept on
Even
almost dying,
even
and I don't
so,
want to die.
even so, to be honest, Philip, you still have a shit ton of money,
Well,
but
well,
possibly.
well, like,
Wait, did you ever add them to your character?
what do you mean, like the potions?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I have 8 because I used to already.
What?
I bought 10, and then we had a
I
fight like back way back, and then I used 2 to heal myself mid fight, and then we killed it, and then I just haven't used it since then.
I don't. Then why don't I see them in
I
your
did. It says
inventory?
potions, and then it says weight 2, and then it says quantity 8. Uh,
Hmm, seems legit.
I asked her, does she have any greater healing?
I have one greater healing if you want it. Actually, I have two. Um,
And how
the
much are
second
they?
one I'm holding on for a special occasion, but if you so need it, I will part ways with it.
can you do anything with spider silk?
Oh, spider silk. Oh, what are you trying to make? Are you trying to make a potion, or are you
I
trying to make?
don't know. I just have some spider silk, and I just thought like maybe you can make something out of it or something like that, or if you just want to buy it, and I can get a little something in return.
Hey, you know those 8 potions you have?
Yeah,
Those are pistons, you dingaling.
are they
Yeah.
Those are what?
fucking potions?
they're
Hold on, give me a second.
they're pitons, pitons. They're when a wall doesn't offer you handholds or footholds, you can make your own with a pinton. It is a steel spike with a eye through which you can loop a rope.
So you're telling me that
You need
when I
no
bought
no 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 no. You need to add the potions, you mongoloid.
I know. So like
You
that's why
added the wrong shit.
I did. Oh my gosh. Okay, give me a second.
I'm like I was like looking. I'm like I see the Pintons, which have fucking. Anyway, she does have 2 greater healing potions.
And how much are
Okay,
those?
okay. Yeah, there's that. So I get to add that. Yeah, potion of healing. Yay. Let's get rid of all those fucking pistons. Yay.
So how much are the regular and how much is the greater?
Oh, the regular are gonna run you about 25, maybe 35 gold pieces at a discounted rate, and the greater healing potions are gonna run you about 50 to 100 gold pieces
Well,
at a discounted rate, by the way.
Um, so 100 for the two. greater.
Mm-hmm.
And how many regular do you have?
I have about 3 of them currently.
I pull up my sickle
Yeah.
and I turn into Dragathy.
Sorry, sir, but you've killed quite a few people
Not with
after
the sickle.
that double. You
No, he's
damaged
been
him,
he.
and then
It's
we
only
killed
if he
him.
kills. It only is if he damages it with the sickle and kills him with the sickle within an hour.
Yeah, I did that. It's
Yeah.
short.
So if I were to kill him, then he wouldn't have it, like,
No,
or
he
he
would
wouldn't be
still
able.
he would
I was
still
still getting
have
it.
it. He would still have it. It's just he hasn't killed anyone with the sickle. He's been
I've
hitting
been
people with his damn crossbow
with
and his
crossbow
sword
and my
sword.
short sword because it's +1. That's what I've been using. I haven't used my sickle yet.
Yeah, I know.
You, I could have sworn you used the sickles on the 2 goblins. The guy outside the castle,
He
which
used
is
it on
three right.
he used it on the guy outside the castle.
I
He
did.
used
Yeah.
it on one of the goblins, and he used his short sword on the other one. And then he got you, because
Yeah, because the
he,
doppelganger happened after that.
yeah,
No,
because
it happened before the
no, it
castle.
happened before that.
Did it?
So
Yeah.
and then from then on, because he killed the guy, he killed the one goblin. He has 3 charges. When he killed the doppelganger, that was his first charge that he was able to become you, because the doppelganger had true polymorph at the time, and he killed the 2 goblin, or he killed the scarecrow and the goblin. So he could become you, a scarecrow, or a goblin at this point in time, because he killed everything else with his short sword.
I
I
could have sworn there was one more person that he hit with the sickle.
He did hit someone with his sickle. He failed to kill them because you killed
Oh
them.
yeah, because you killed them.
He was going to,
I was
but
going
you
to,
came
and
in
you came
and
out
killed
of
them.
nowhere and killed them and ruined
So
it for
he
me.
has to kill them?
Yes, he has to kill them.
Oh, I thought it was just if either of us
Nope.
killed him.
Nope.
Nah, I gotta do it with the sickle
Within an hour.
within an hour too. So if it's past an hour, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So, and technically, he's not taking your form. He's taking the doppelganger's form, who happened to be you at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part I remember.
So, but you're gonna do this in the middle of the shop.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like bust it out real quick. I want to see how like Galazar reacts to it
Galzar, he's
because he wasn't
Draki.
there. He wasn't there when we fought the doppelganger.
No, he wasn't. Um, Draki, make a perception check for Galazar.
Uh, 17?
17. Yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely sees. He looks at you, Philip, and
Yeah.
and as soon as you turn, like, because you thought he wasn't looking at you when you were getting ready, when you pulled out the sickle, you're like, I'm gonna fucking do some shit. You change, and right as you're changing, Galazar looks at you and goes, and just sees you transform into Dracula. He goes, "Oh, and he looks confused, and he goes, "So Philip, is that you?" And he just looks like he doesn't. He knows which one. He knows that you are Philip, but he's a little put off that you are looking like Dracathy. All of a sudden, he goes, "Is this some sort of illusion,
Well,
Sir
I could
Philip?"
sound like Dragathy too. So I say in Dragathy's voice, "Nah, it's me, Dragathy. You know, chosen one. You know, just chilling and shit."
Oh, Dracathy doesn't say that very often. Make a deception check, actually. Make a deception check. Add advantage because you look like Dracathy and you can sound like Dracathy.
22. 22. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What'd you?
I was like, please
I'm
not have
waiting for
my mic.
your roll. I'm waiting for your
22.
roll.
22. I rolled it.
Oh. He looks at you. Goes, oh, I'm terribly sorry, and he shakes his head, and he turns around, and then he like looks at the wall. And he turns back around. Actually, he turns to the wall, thinking that it's just a double illusion. Are you doing anything?
I walk over to him. I put my hand on his shoulder. And I'm like, it's okay. I know it's a
Oh,
lot of
and he
information right now.
shrugs you off. He shrugs you off a little bit. He goes, "Oh, this is not right." Oh, what? And he looks at. He goes, "You're Sir Drakathy then." Sir Drakathy, I'm so sorry for not recognizing you. Who's this imposter? And he draws his sword. And Drakathy, you're having this conversation, and you hear a sword being unsheathed. What do you do?
I look in that direction.
Okay, you turn around and you see Galazar holding a sword, looking at both of you, terrified and confused. Actually, more confused than terrified, to be honest.
I say, chillax.
He,
You put the swords down. There's no
oh,
need.
oh,
No need. No need. You're safe. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
and
We
he's
all
starting to
chill
have
here.
a panic attack. There's two of you.
And
That doesn't make sense. There's two of you.
and do I notice Philip?
You clearly see there's another you in this room.
I like face palm. I'm
There's
like, damn it, Philip.
there's
I look
surely
over and
two
I'm
of
just
you.
like, I just put like the
He
pieces
and
up
he
like,
co-
hey.
he goes to one knee and he stabs his sword into the wood of the floor and he's holding onto his sword like and he's one knee and he's holding onto his sword and he puts his head on the hilt and he is breathing heavily. He is
I
not having a good time right now.
I sternly say, steal yourself, Galzar.
I don't know who's what. I don't know. And he's
I
just
Breathe.
I I look at him and I grab his face and I say, it's me, Philip.
Uh, no, you're Drakathy. You said you were Drakathy.
I
He's Drakathy. I don't know who's who. And then he opens up his
can I morph
maw.
my face back to my face?
You have to drop the entire visage, but before you can do that, he opens up his mouth, and both of you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck me.
Holy God, that was almost a 2. Holy fuck.
That's a
I got a 19.
19.
You both got 19s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was almost a
Drakathy,
fucking 2. Holy
roll-
shit.
roll 4d. Yeah, roll 4d. No. Sorry, not 4d6. You guys are. He's that level. Roll 3d6 for me.
You talking about the breath
Drakathy.
weapon?
Yes.
For both of us?
Okay.
No. Just he's rolling 4 gallons instead of me.
Yeah.
Oh,
For 3d6 is 8.
8
Yeah,
total.
he got a 1-on-1.
Oh, okay. So you guys take half that. So you guys take each 4 points of lightning damage as he opens up his maw, and you just see crackling energy. He goes, "Get away!" And he shouts in Draconic, which Philip, you don't understand.
don't.
And Drakathy, you do. He goes, "Pum-tum," and just bam, and just outbursts of lightning. And
I like stand in front of what's her name to make sure she doesn't get hit.
she's off to the side. He's only looking at you two.
Okay.
And just bam, bam, both of you get hit for 4 points of lightning damage. And he's just at that point, he kind
Really
of like,
quickly,
mm-hmm,
do you want me to expend his charge?
yes,
Okay. Done. Just wanted to make sure.
yep. And he's just like, he looks so tired, and he looks so scared, and he stands up, and he's just like kind of stumbles back in the corner, and just Who's the real one? Who's the real one?
I morph
I
back to myself, and I'm
And
like, dude,
he's
and
just
I approach I
I, I tell him,
I
dude, you
approach
need
him
to
and I say,
chill.
"Steal yourself."
he's standing there and he's breathing heavily and he's just and you see him slowly try to like sheath his sword and then his sword collapses out of his hand and he just falls prone.
Fucking damn it! All right,
He
I punch
he's
I
awake,
get
Philip.
I get I get him up. I get him up, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
like he's awake and he knows what's happening. He didn't go unconscious. He's just having a panic attack.
I pick him up and I have him look at my face. I'm like, see, spill up,
I
bruh.
I I look at her and I quickly ask, "Is there anything you have that can calm this?"
And she goes, "Oh, I may have something." And she like quickly scrounges behind the counter. She comes up. "Oh, Sonny, take this." And she grabs his head, and it's almost like a calming touch. The minute she touches it, he just goes kind of like limp, and he's like sitting. He's now sitting against the wall. She goes, "Here, this will be just right." And she pours a liquid down his throat, and it's a greenish, like kind of emerald liquid. And he stops and he goes, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Nah,
I need to be I need to be alone." And he bolts out the fucking door.
well, that didn't
Um,
work.
I look at her and I'm like, "I'll be back," and then I go after him.
I stay
Okay.
in. It's probably,
Oh, as I'm walking by, I punch Philip really hard in the shoulder.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Philip, are you take
no, I don't fight back. I just
okay.
let it happen.
So
That's
go
my
ahead
fault.
and
Can I just let
it's
the hit happen?
yeah, you can actually. So Drakathy, so what you're gonna do is it's going to be an unarmed strike essentially. So you're just gonna do 2 points of bludgeoning damage to him.
Yeah.
So Philip, you're gonna take 2 points.
Okay, for sure.
And now Philip, you are in the room alone, and she goes, why don't you go talk to him? I'll be here for you guys whenever you guys get back.
Uh,
Go on,
no,
go on.
I don't think he wants to talk to me right now.
I
Uh,
think he needs you to be honest. It was quite traumatizing for whatever he's going through. I don't know why he would react like that, but I just saw it was illusion. I thought it was a good, possibly good joke, but I think you should talk to him as well.
all right, no problem. I'll go out. Um,
Okay.
I say through the ring to Dragothy, I'm like, yo, did you find him? Or like, is that nigga missing?
Do I
Jackety,
see him?
make a perception check.
Nope, I do not see him. Nope.
Oh
What
fuck.
did you get?
I got a 3.
You you walked out the door. You don't see him. Philip, you come out, and Drakathy's quickly looking around for Galazar. What do you
Do I
do?
see tracks?
I try to look for any sign that like where he has been essentially.
Both of you make investigation checks, or one of you can do it at advantage.
I give Dragothy advantage.
Okay. Drakathy rolled with advantage for investigation.
While he's doing that, I say through the ring. Well, I'm not saying it through the ring, since we're just out here.
Nat 20.
All right, for
Not
sure.
20. So
All
you
right.
do see
25 total.
perfectly fine, excuse me. So you actually see the tracks going off to your right and curving around the building. And you follow them and you actually see that the behind the big building that you guys are currently at, it dips down and then comes up to another bigger hill that you guys didn't notice earlier. And you see Galazar sitting at the top of the hill, staring off in the distance. And there is one singular tree at the top of this hill.
How anime-ish? How dare you?
Hey
Is
man,
he? You said he's standing there.
he's sitting.
Oh, he's sitting there. I
I
go
I say through the ring.
to the tree.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I go to the tree and I lean up against it and
Okay.
ask him if
So
he's
you
okay.
start walking up to the tree. As you're walking up, Philip, what are you doing?
So I follow suit, but I'm like a little bit behind. I'm saying through the ring. Um, Wanted to see what happens if he saw two of us to see if that spell cracked or not, because we kind of need to know more about that shit. So I wanted to run a test real quick. Didn't think he would know that it was fucking you since he watched me morph right in front of him. Didn't know that it was that good. Take note of that
I
next time.
I reply back um to you, Philip, saying next time, make sure we're not in a shop where other people can get hurt.
My bad. That's my fault. No, that's my fault.
You're paying for damages.
I'll pay for everything. I'll pay for all the damages. No problem. It's no true. That shit my fault. And
So
and I'm
as
at
you,
the tree now. But by the time
yep.
and
So
I'm
Drakathy is leaning against a tree with his arms crossed,
I kind of
and
have like my hands in my pocket, like, yeah, I
yeah,
fucked up, my bad, and I like
yeah.
squat, and I'm just like, hey man, uh, you all
Um,
good? You want to punch me or like what?
and he's kind of like holding his hand to his head. It doesn't look like he was in pain. Is he? Doesn't look like he's in pain. He just is confused, and he goes, "I I saw I saw Philip turn into you, Drakathy. Just
It
I don't know what happened." And he's like, he's starting to tear up a little bit.
It's
He goes, I lost control. I
no.
don't know what to do.
Uh, I tell him no. It's not your fault. I'm the asshole in this shit.
No,
Uh,
no, 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 Philip. I'm the one who's supposed to be in control. I'm supposed to do what I'm supposed to do. I know
I
I'm
put
supposed to.
I put my head on his shoulder and I'm like, you're not the only one who loses control.
So, Drakathy, I heard about your greatness. I don't know what came over me. I I have a fog memory of this place. I know this place. I know this tree. I just don't know my past.
I look at him and I'm like, I don't have all the answers for you. Neither does he. All I can say is that we are here for you. Whatever bullshit you go through, whatever
I
mishap or psychiatric meltdown, where the fuck you have, we are
while
here.
he's saying this, I'm walking back a little bit to where I'm out of earshot.
Okay. So you take several spaces and the voices kind of fade away. Um
And you're
mhm.
gonna want to kick him out real quick.
Okay, give me a
Do
second.
Do you still have my notes for the thingy that I did when I was like out by myself, following that
Uh
stupid?
ye- yeah, I need to bring those up too. So just
Okay,
while you're out, I'm just gonna bring up that information as well.
okay, for sure.
Okay, so give me 1 second so I can get everything going.
I boot myself out. Thank you so much. Damn it. All right, excuse me. So for those of you, um, that quick little, do you have those notes? So I have one more wish. For those of you who've been here since I had my three wishes, I had made two wishes. Um, my first wish was to be able to do like shadow possession and shit like that. They didn't have that, but he made me like a rogue slash wizard. I'm level 1 in my wizard features and stuff like that, so I can do like magic stuff and like that. I like to rename it. So like the shock hand is my Chidori, and what is it? The like ice needles, I think is what it's called. Hold on, let me check that shit. Yeah, the Rain of Frost. I kind of imagine that if you guys watch Naruto, as the ice needles that Haku did when Team Seven, when they first did their like first mission fighting Zabuza. Haku had that like little ice needle things when he stepped on the puddle and just made ice needles. I imagine it being that, Um, try to be as vintage as possible. I had made it my second wish because Dragon likes to pull a lot of pranks. A lot of pranks that get me hurt. A lot of pranks that get me in trouble. The last prank he did was kind of like over the top because it had me had to deal with the feds and I wasn't having it and I was just wanting to fight and kill everybody. End of the day, I got humiliated. Like I got beat up and then I got knocked out and got left on the streets and people were laughing and whatnot. I fought the guard that beat me up and got beat up again. But kind of got what I wanted to say off my chest. He didn't like whoop my ass, but he still won. Makes me sad. um, yeah. So I made a wish where he is not able to put me into a bad. He can't make pranks on me. He can't lie on me. He can't say, "Oh, he's a criminal" or he'll be paying for it or anything like that. Like he cannot whatsoever. Um, don't know what's gonna be the backlash for that, which I'm really curious about what's gonna happen. Um, because I made that wish while we were separated because I had left and was trying to go and kill the whole entire town. There was like some weird chick that wanted to follow, like I followed her and whatnot, and then like I wanted to like get her attention and try to be like nice, but then she went into like a dark alley and was like, "Come here," and I was like, "Nah, I've seen this shit before. I'm hella not trying to get jumped." So I had like left the alley and got the candy and like went about my day. And then like that's when I made the second wish. So I have one more wish. Don't know what I'm gonna use it for. Um really trying to just like I think I might know what I'm so I have two decks. I have a deck of illusions and deck of many things. Deck of many things have like good stuff and bad stuff. Um Deck of Illusions just has illusions of like any kind of creature and whatnot. With the last one during the fight, I pulled a hag and I freaked out my illusion, and I can actually tell what that creature to do. It's like my own little pet, but it's an illusion. And once they shoot through it and they see it's an illusion, because it's not a very good illusion. Like if you didn't know better you wouldn't know that it was illusion right off the back. You would think I just summoned it, but as soon as like anything goes through it, people can see right through it. So like as soon as it gets attacked or whatever like that, like it can't hurt anything. It's more for show. But the fact that I have two different decks tells me that there's other decks. I know I can easily probably just type in like D&D Beyond like deck of and then just kind of see what comes up. But I don't want to be an asshole like that. I really want to like be surprised, especially with different kind of decks. Because I didn't even know there was another type of deck before I got the deck illusions. And the way I got the deck illusions is I pulled a card from the deck of many things to get it. And the reason why we have Galazor is because Dracula had pulled a card to get him, summoned him, same creature, being, all that shit. Um, so I'm hoping that I pull that card so that way I can have something and then a dark rogue thief elf alongside me too who wants to follow my every will and shit. Um, I'm hoping it happens later. Just trying to get through the day. It's already like 10 and whatnot. If anybody is kind of curious about what the fuck is going on, I'm about to have part 9 and have part 10 up on the YouTube channel and then start working on the highlights. I'm trying to get the parts done as of right now because that's just my shit and everything. It's just what I do and what I need to do and whatnot. So that's what I'm trying to do and everything. So that way you can get that all taken care of so everybody can be caught up, at least from the latest part. Do you want to have different stuff? Catapult's a fucking bitch. False Life is fucking lit as well. Oh fuck! I should have used False Life. That would have been great. My gosh, man. It's a long conversation. Yeah, so for those of you who probably don't know, I did that and became Dragathy, and it's not technically Dragathy because I didn't kill him. I have slain a doppelganger that was looking and sounding exactly like Dragathy. See, let me pull up the sickle and whatnot, because they're so. I got this sickle. The cool thing about this sickle is it has face steel. It says once hit by this weapon, the target is marked for 1 hour. If the target dies within this hour, a copy of their physical form is stored in the weapon. As an act, the user can change their appearance to copy the copy stored in the weapon. The weapon can hold up to 3 copies, and this effect is not an illusion. And when pretty much what that means is that it's a real thing. Like I look and sound exactly like the person, and when they touch me, it's that person. I got their skin texture, all that shit, sharp teeth, all that. Like I literally turn into that person, and then I can like morph out of it because of that sickle. Um, we were fighting over whether or not who's gonna get the sickle. I rolled higher, but then he said he was gonna let me have it. I wanted it because it kind of fit in with my whole like thief rogue type style and whatnot, and it would probably help one day trying to sneak in. Um, I thought it was pretty lit because when I had killed that double ganger and I killed it within an hour and it would look like Dragon, I was like, hell yeah. But oh man, I want all my like proficiencies to be like at +10 from my like with my sleight of hand. Um, I put a lot of shit into my dexterity, but that's only because like when it comes to thievery and whatnot, your sleight of hand and stealth as well as your survival is key. Your proficiency in persuasion as well as your deception and insight does come in handy sometimes, but I feel like when it comes to like just like not being seen, your stealth as well as your sleight of hand to get shit without people knowing, it's gonna come in handy a lot. Why am I so tired? Saturday, I like slept in this morning because I didn't have to wake up for work. Now, like all my low rolls are like high rolls, like just right off the back. If I roll a 9, it's gonna be a 19. I like that dice. That dice is pretty cool. Um, that's kind of what happens when you roll a 20 and it does that like weird animation. I thought it was pretty cool. They're having a sale on it right now for like 30% off of this type of dice. So I was like, why not? What the heck? Because normally it's like 14.99. I think with the 30% off, it brings it down to like $10.50. You save $4. It's not that bad. I don't really buy anything too much. I think the only other thing I bought is oh shit. That fucking reminds me. Duplicate. I forgot to pull up Gru's shit. Um, for all you who don't know, Gru is my needle blight that I have that fits right into my pocket. He's the homie. We ran into him and whatnot, and I fed him a whole bunch of water, and now he's like the shit. Um, he doesn't look like this. That's not how I picture him. That's just kind of like the picture that they have in there. The picture that we have in Discord of the needle blight. is this. This is what I picture Gru looks like, and he can kind of like fit into my pocket, fit into like my palm. I kind of imagine him being like almost the size of my hand, probably like maybe a little bit taller, like probably about like that tall, fit in my hand, fit on my shoulder, fit in my pocket, carry me and shit like that.
Sorry,
Oh, I'm
sorry, it took
back.
a minute.
I'm back now. Yeah, I was like, man, I must have fucked up or something bad's happening to me.
No, no,
I was like, am I gonna die? I really don't want to come back and be like, so do a death saving throw.
Make 2 death saving throws. You're good. Um, during this time where Jackty walked away and is paying attention to his own devices, I do apologize. Philip, you were talking to Galazar.
Yeah, I was like, use our nigga. I didn't mean to freak you out, especially since you saw
No,
me change into him.
I don't know what came over me, Sir Philip. You've been so nice. I lost track for a second. I blinked my eyes. You were Dragathy. I asked you if you were Philip. Someone said you were Dragathy. I thought there was an imposter. I had to kill the imposter.
Nah, man, I feel it. Nah, you didn't do anything wrong. So I got this weapon that allows me to change into people's forms
Oh,
when I kill them. The thing is, we killed a double ganger that looked like Dragathy and sounded like him. So in an instance, I killed Dragathy without killing Dragathy. I killed a
oh,
double ganger that looked like Dragathy and sounded like Dragathy. So now I can shape into him whenever I feel like. Uh,
uh, oh! I guess that must be why. I'm so sorry. I lost my cool. I shot lightning at both of you. I just don't know what
no,
came over me. A primal rage.
nah, man, you're cool, man. Don't get off my boss. I had it coming anyways. I saw how much you freaked out, and I was like, well, this was probably a bad idea.
Oh, so, and as you guys are having this conversation directly, what are you doing?
Um, I walk back over to Galzar.
Mm-hmm.
I help him to his feet.
Mm-hmm.
I give him a big hug,
Oh, oh, so sorry for worrying you, Sir Tracathy. Um, I'm ashamed of myself.
and I use a second wish.
Okay, what do you wish for?
I wish for Galzar to be set free of the binding that he's been given and to retain the memories of our adventures.
Okay, I need you
Wait,
to.
hold on,
I need you.
stop. So let me just be clear. So you want him to get his memories back before we met him, but retain what we have done, so that way he doesn't go full psycho and kill us?
Pretty much.
Actually, that's pretty lit.
So go ahead and roll it a d4 again for me,
Wait, so
Tracathy.
that means you only have 2 more wishes?
Nope.
Wait,
I got a one.
you got one more wish? Shit, you like me now.
What do
No,
you get,
I
Tracathy?
a one.
A one. Okay.
So technically, it's a one on both answers or questions.
You got a two and then a one.
No, I mean it's a one to you and then a one to Philip.
Yeah, because I
Oh,
asked how many
yeah,
wishes he had left.
yeah, yeah. So now you're up to 3 days. Keep that in mind, and
Oh
go
shit!
ahead and roll
How many days am
the.
I at?
you're
I just remembered. I got
you're
jinxed
at
so
three
bad.
days right now. You're at 3 days right now
Okay,
left.
so okay, all right. Yeah, no, fuck them dice. Those dice want me suffer.
So track the roll a d100.
Alrighty. 40.
You're fine.
Okay.
So
You always want to roll low
as
on those.
you want to roll high on those.
You want to roll high?
Yeah, you don't want to get below a 33.
Okay, well that's good to know. It's always weird depending on what the situation is. It's either
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
it's
right?
like it's like
So
don't roll high, don't
if
roll
you're doing
low.
divine intervention, you want to roll low. If you're rolling a wish, you want to roll high. So, with that being said, Drakathy, as you make the wish and you hold on to the emblem of the platinum dragon, you actually get a sense that there's a renewed power coming from your emblem, and it burns more intensely than normally praying or normally doing some sort of things like this, and doing more than what you normally are used to. You feel like there is a renewed power within it, and as you embrace Galazar, Galazar shudders, and he's just oh, and he backs up and he slams against the tree, and you see the entire tree just vibrate
That's what time it
like ridiculously, and he just grabs his head and he's just and he just releases this roar that sounds like a dragon's roar, a true dragon. And, and you see the leaves on the tree, all of them come crashing down. The tree is now left barren, and you see crackling bluish energy coming from his mouth. Um, just so you know, Drakathy, he gains 2 levels.
Damn.
He is no longer a level 4, he is a level 6.
All right, man.
Okay.
So
So,
I'm just standing there
and
and
he
I'm
just,
like, how's it go,
and
man?
you see it crackling, and he also has a renewed spell slot for his breath weapon.
Okay.
And he just cracks his neck, and you just hear. That's what you hear. Did you guys actually hear that?
I did. I kind of heard it, yeah.
That's what you guys hear. You just hear the snap, and he just.
How you feel, bruh?
Sir Philip, oh, my mind is not as cloudy. I'm starting to regain my memories.
Oh, for real? That's good, man. What do you remember?
I remember at home with my wife and my child. Remember that someone in my head told me that someone was the champion, the savior of the world. And next thing I knew, I saw light and I saw teleport. And I was teleported. And then I saw you. And I saw Drakathy. I saw Drakathy first. And oh, my head. So
So that's
I
how it goes.
remember. I remember now.
Do
Drakathy.
you still think Dragthee's the champion?
I I can't. I don't know. I can't deny that
I go up to Galzar and I give him another hug.
I and
And
he
I
just he kind
go
of
ahead.
stands there stiffly, like one hand is on his head, and he's just trying to figure out what the fuck is happening.
I'm like picturing all this in my head. Like we're on a hill right now, and I'm kind of just
Yeah,
standing there watching Dragathee them hug, and I'm just like, man, this is a nice sight. It's
and
dark. There's
and
probably
he goes,
moonlight on us right now, like
oh,
some weird ass love anime.
and just and he goes, um, Sir, Sir
I
Drakathy, I
I kind
don't
of
know.
like
Mhm.
step back a little bit after hugging him, and I'm like, "You've been freed. Your choices are your own again.
I'm, I'm,
If you
uh,
choose to leave, I understand. Thank you for our companionship. I'll never forget you."
I appreciate it, but some part of me has a higher desire still to see this through the end now that I've started this journey. Um, if you don't mind, um, I need to send a message to my wife. And he goes, where are we? What? We're in Carneyberry, right?
Yeah.
And he books it. He takes off.
He probably lives here, and that's why he recognized it. That makes sense.
What are you guys doing?
I look at
I
Dracula
fall
and
to the
I'm like,
ground.
I look at
I
I look at Dracula and I'm like, I know what you did. That was nice, but he still wants to hang out with us. You think that's him doing that, or still the card binding him to you? Because I can't tell. Because there's probably some kind of
I don't
level.
think he's bound. I don't think he's bound anymore.
Huh. Well, at
And
least we now
you,
know wishes can pretty much undo whatever the fuck the cards do. So that's pretty lit.
as far as you guys know, this may be just a
Th-
one-off
This
chance.
is what Philip is saying, and this is what Philip sees in his head.
Yeah,
Because of what he
that's
just
fine.
saw, that's what he knows.
That's
O'Shea,
fine.
though, O'Shea, like reality, this, I'm lost as shit. Like, I'm lost as shit. I'm so,
Good.
And
I'm so intrigued with like just the cards, and the fact that I have 2 decks makes me think there's probably more. So now I want to just go out and collect them all and just pull cards for the fuck of it. Like, I'm gonna end up having like a fuck ton of deck of cards on my, which makes great because I've been practicing sleight of hand card tricks. So like, I literally have like 5 different decks somewhere around this fucking house now.
Nice. So, what are you guys doing? You saw Galazar take off.
I go back inside to where Claire is, and I say everything's all good now.
I
Oh,
just collapsed to the floor.
so you're collapsed on the hill.
Yeah.
Do you go to your knees, or are you just absolutely 100% fainting at this point?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so I would say you
Just
don't
used.
faint, but you do collapse because of the stress.
Yeah, I just used 2 wishes, so.
Yeah.
My gosh, man, what the fuck?
So, Philip, you actually go back into the shop. Oh, how's your dragonborn friend?
They're both fucking fantastic. Uh, Galazor went off to go do some personal stuff. He said he'll be right back. Dragthy
Did
out there
you
taking a rest right now. He'll
did
catch up a
you
little bit.
mention Galazar?
Yeah, Galazar.
Oh, he's back.
What?
He's back. Galazar's back.
He's back?
He is he? You
Yeah,
said Galazar, a
yeah.
dragonborn.
That's the dude that was just in here. He shot a bolt of lightning at us. That's he. Yeah, he like
Oh, I thought it was a different one. I haven't seen him in forever. He's back. You I can't believe it. And she goes, you need to leave. I need to tell everyone.
wait. Who is he? You see, you and
He
everybody else is like on some other shit. Who is he really? Like,
he's here. He's a village hero.
what did he do exactly to become a hero?
He beat him. He's the one who helped get the arena up and running.
So he's a hero because he got a stadium set up.
You don't understand.
I don't.
It's not just a stadium. That place was filled with a demi-lich.
It was.
Make a history check.
I'm not proficient in history, so I gotta roll like an intelligence or some shit.
Yeah, roll intelligence.
I'm sorry, I'm retarded. I got an 11.
From what you know, the general knowledge is demi-liches are either undead wizards or undead kings. And they are dangerous overall. You don't know the specifics.
Okay, so to be clear, and I'm saying this to Claire, He killed a dead bitch that casts spells to get the access to the arena so that way y'all can have a profit in the town.
Yes, yes, exactly. He also stopped a succubus and an incubus there a couple years back.
For sure. So he pretty lit.
Yes, he's very capable. He's a capable person. He disappeared and no one knew where he was and his wife and his child were just they were beside themselves.
Are they fine?
Yes, of course they're fine. They just been a little rough just without him. I mean, if they knew he was alive, they'd be more than happy if he went off on an adventure. They just never knew. They thought he just ran off.
Hmm. All right. I got a question for you.
Uh, of course,
Do you know anything about the deck of many things and the deck of illusions?
I don't. I mean, I've heard of a deck of many things before in Alexandria, but I thought that was locked up. I mean, I didn't know there was a second deck.
Yeah, I have a deck of many things and a deck of illusions. And
The deck of illusions is just it's an illusionary deck as far as I'm concerned. I'm just an alchemist. I don't really know it, but a deck of illusions sounds like it's a deck of illusions. I mean, makes illusions? I don't know.
all right. Do you know any rumors about any other decks other than these two?
No, I'm an alchemist. I'm a realist, not a fantasy person. I go after facts, not fiction. I'm sorry.
Okay. So
During
I pull out the deck and I'm like, so you don't know anything about this. And I
no, I'm afraid I don't. I don't come across magical items very often in this town. As you can tell, it's not a very big city. As you are having this conversation, Drakathy, what are you doing?
I take a long rest.
In the middle of a day.
I think we gotta postpone our fight.
Leaving town.
What are you doing, Drakathy?
Leaving town.
You're leaving town.
Yeah.
Where are you leaving to?
Towards the mountains.
Are you going towards Wyvern Tor?
No, no, towards the mountains. In the vision that I saw.
Oh, you're heading north.
Sure.
Yeah, that is.
That's confidence. Yeah. There's no
Yeah,
confidence.
you have maybe a vision. You don't. You roll an intelligence check. Roll a
Uh,
history check, actually.
I did write it in the book,
Well, you
the
did.
journal.
Okay. I would say
17 as well.
since you wrote it in the book and you kept track of it, you know it is a very long way. You have to go past the area where you fought the hooked horror and continue a 10-day journey to the uh northwest direction from from here to where the hooked horror was is about a day and a half to 2-day journey. From where the hook horror is, you gather that it could be anywhere from 5 days to 10-day travel.
I just start walking.
Are you telling anyone?
No.
Okay. You start making your way. Philip, what are you doing?
I'm still talking to Claire. I'm just like, all right. So you don't know anything about the deck. That's cool. The library's still open, right?
Oh, of course it is. It's noon. I mean, of course everything's open.
I don't know, man. people close at weird times. But okay, then I tell her I'm gonna make my way
It's
over to the.
noon. What are you talking about? It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
I've been to a town where the library is only open for 2 hours.
What? That's weird.
That's
People are strange.
that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, I had to ask. I want to make sure.
Well, ours is open. You're more than welcome to.
For sure. I make my way over to the library.
So as you come out, make a perception check.
For sure. 11. 11.
11. I would say as you are coming out, you see because there's only one real entrance and exit towards the town, and there's one main road, and the rest is kind of blocked off a little bit. The way you guys came in was around the side gate, which happened to be open. But there is actually a actual wooden fence that is about 12 to 13 feet tall around the entire city. You gather that it is for mostly protecting the city, and you see Drakathy starting his way towards the gate, and it looks like he's leaving town.
I say through the ring, you heading out?
Yeah.
For sure. When you gonna be back?
Don't know. We'll see.
Well, shit, man. You need anything, you got the ring. Just let me know. I'll come through. I'm pretty sure Wesley and them got some weird teleporting type shit. Whatever.
I hear you.
What do you want to do about Galazor? He's probably gonna be looking for you.
Tell him for now to spend time with his family.
For sure, will do, man. You be safe out there, sirs. I'm gonna miss you.
I do like a heavy sigh.
Okay, do you do it through the ring?
Uh, yeah, sure.
All right, Phil, you hear that? You hear?
You sound exhausted as a motherfucker. Like,
You try going through two wishes
don't e-
back to back.
don't even start with me, cause I'm exhausted like a motherfucker. Man, I went through two wishes. They went back to back, but I guess like they're still taking their toll on me, and it's been like days before. So like, I feel you, man. I feel you. Um, well, shit. You gotta go find yourself or something.
Something like that.
All right, then, man. I hope you find what you're looking for.
I hope you do too.
I'm trying. I just hope I don't run into another fucking sexual gorth that wants to watch me make love to people.
And don't draw the ace of spades again.
You don't know what the ace of spades are in this world.
Oh, that's right. Don't draw anything bad from the cards.
There you go.
Shit, man. I'm gonna try not to. If I get put into that space again, then you're not gonna hear from me for a while.
Drakathy, as you are making your way out of town, you see someone posted up on a post. Make a perception check. You're the reason why I'm having you do this. Normally, I would just say, "Hey, yeah, it's this person," but you're still kind of a ways out, and you're just making your way
7.
towards the gate. 7. You don't quite recognize the person. It is a dragon S form as you are approaching the gate. And as you make your way closer, and what you thought was more of a dragon shape shifts a little bit and turns more into an elven form. And you see an elven woman standing in front of you, and you recognize her. You recognize her as the barmaid who served you breakfast this morning. And she goes,
Here it goes.
"Oh, Sir Drakathy, is that you?"
Yes, yes, it is.
So, and her eyes immediately start tearing up, and she rushes forward and gives you a big hug before you can do anything. And she just starts crying and sobbing in your arms. What do you do?
Here it comes.
I just kind of like freeze and with like a very awkward look on my face. Uh, Hi.
And she goes, "You brought him back to me. You brought my Galazar back to me. I can't believe it." And she is sobbing. And you actually hear something that you haven't heard in forever. And it's in a very, and bear with me here because this is going to be a little weird because I haven't done this in a female esque voice. She goes, "Proketing Fortang." And I'm trying to do it in a, because I can only do it in a gravelly voice. She goes, "Proketing Forning, Pranan Forkon." And you hear, and it's draconic. And she goes, "You have brought me the love of my life. Please stay and let me treat you this evening."
Well, shit. All right, that kind of throws out the window the conversation I had before.
um,
Was not.
I give her a
And
hug,
you
and
notice,
then
Drakthi, before you say anything, you notice and you see her eyes, and you're curious on how she knows Draconic. You notice her eyes finally, um, after Philip had noticed previously, though he did not mention anything, which is totally fine. But her eyes are slits of dragon esque features. They're not elven features. They're more dragon, and you notice like part because she's wearing kind of a low cut towards the middle part of her cleavage. You see scales kind of emanating. They're very well hidden,
I don't know
and
why
it
you
looks like
said
she
that. I picture titties in my head right now. You scared
well,
me.
cleavage is part of
I
part of
know,
that.
but
So
like they're bare, like there's no clothing on and whatnot. Like, I got
seems
real,
accurate.
I got a
She's
little
very
bit heavy, just scaly boobs, just.
they're not like heavily scaled, and it looks like she put on makeup like around just so they're covered up a little bit more, and they're not really pronounced as dragon scales.
Hmm. O'Shea's intrigued.
And she goes, and she
Something.
says, "Parang von king dragon parang." And she goes, "As one dragon to another, please honor us for dinner."
Well, she.
I give her a hug, and then I look at her and say, "This time is a gift. Embrace it for family."
And she looks at you, nods, and she goes, "Prang ving tong drakon galazar ponlang." And she says, "At least take him with you. He deserves glory like everyone else."
What you gonna,
In time, I
what you gonna
need to
do when
sort
they
things
come
out,
for you? Bad dragons, bad dragons.
and then
she
I give her another hug, and then I sidestep her and start walking away.
As you sidestep, you notice a figure standing behind her with his bag ready. And he goes, So, Drakathy, shall we go and prove ourselves?
We shall not.
Well,
Oh man.
I bid you farewell. And he steps back a little bit and lets you pass.
Spend time with your family. You've been gone a while. I'll be back.
And he stands there and he looks at you, looks back at his wife, and just stands there as you start to make your way down the road. Philip, what are you doing during this time? Because you can kind of see this up on the hill. It's a kind of a small city, it's a small town, and you can see this kind of happening. Like you see the interaction between the wife and Drakathy, and you see Galazar off in the distance.
Yeah, I kind of like imagine myself with my hands in my pocket, kind of just like wondering like what's transpiring. They're probably trying to get him to stay or take him with him. So I walk down casually to Galazar, probably try to answer any questions or concerns to try to ease him down, cause my nigga got shit to do, but he'll be back.
Sir Philip, we should accompany him. I fear his road is dangerous, and he won't come back.
I can't stop you from following him. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But what he will do is try to stop you from coming. I'm pretty sure if he really wanted us to come with him, he would have shown something for us to go with him. The fact that he denied both you and your wife to have you go along with, I'm pretty sure he needs to do something alone. Plus, it's personal, so he probably needs to prove himself or something.
Right.
If you
Well,
want, you can tag along with me. Shit, I don't mind having a buddy.
then how about Drakathy? We let him be? And Philip, we still need to fill the bout tonight. How about it? You want a rousing fight with Sir Galazar?
Shit, I forgot about the fight. uh, we already told people are already coming, right?
Yeah, they were expecting a dragonborn and a dark elf to fight. So why don't we give them a show?
Why not?
Very well. And and his wife comes up to you and gives you a hug as well, Philip. And she goes, "Thank you for taking care of him." And she's speaking to you in Elvish, which clearly Galazar does not know Elvish.
I said back in Elvish, it had nothing to do with me, but everything to do with the man that's walking out the gates right now.
And she goes, "I wish he would listen and take Galazar with him. But a dragon is proud. A dragon must do things on their own at times, but I fear his path is perilous. Though we may not see him for a time, he will eventually come back."
You don't have to worry. If something goes down, our minds are always connected. He'll call for me if he needs.
Of course. So, shall we go to the inn?
Yeah, let's get this fight going.
So, as you guys make your way, it's still like early afternoon. Like the fight's not supposed to happen until this evening. Jacathy, what are you doing? You are walking, sir.
Yeah.
What direction are you heading?
Uh, Towards the mountains.
There's several mountains. There's mountains to your southeast, southwest, northwest, northeast, and you have the forest, which you guys have exited, also to your northeast and northwest.
Uh. Oh wait, it's in Discord. So where am I in terms of?
You're at Connieberry, Brody. You are light years away. Let's see. So from Connieberry, and you're just exiting.
It
You are
got hella quiet right now. Okay.
yeah, because I'm calculating the distance.
I
You
like
are currently 75 miles away from the approximate destination of where you are seeking.
well shit.
And
Do it.
your character at walking speed can go, I would say, you can make 5 miles in 2 hours. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8, at going at a steady pace, 8 hours, that's, let's see, 5 miles, that's 5, 10, 15, 20 miles a day.
That's not bad. That took you about what?
That's going at fast pace without being careful and not running into anything.
And then don't forget encounters that you may run
Yeah.
into and shit.
So you're looking at you're looking at
Like a 5 day journey or
40 minimum. You're looking at a 20. You're looking at about a 15 to 20 day journey.
Let's do it.
All right. So as Drakathy makes his way towards the direction of where he thinks his so-called claim is, you start to make your way and you start to travel. You get to the, I would say by nightfall you get to the edge of the forest. Actually, Coney Bear is not that far from the edge of the forest. You get into the forest. You make a good chunk. So that'd be 5, 10. Make a survival check for me, Drakathy. This is good to survival or nature. This is going to determine what your speed is during in the forest.
16.
16. Okay, so you get a good amount of distance in initially. Let's see. It's about noon, so you have 6 hours. You can get about 10 miles in before it starts becoming too dark for you to see. I also need you to roll a d6 for me.
Damn, we're going about 2 hours.
I know we are.
2.
2.
Yep.
Okay. Pick a letter from A through Z.
A through Z.
A through Z.
G.
G.
Let's see if there's a way where I can
Okay.
both stream and record at the same time on this certain caster. Because that would be lit. Kill two birds with one stone. I don't have to try to
Yeah.
rip the fucking footage from Twitch and shit.
So, Drakathy, as you make your way into the forest, you make it about 5 miles in, and what you actually see is you see a kind of a den. It looks like some wolves live there. Nothing too serious. Um, what do you do?
Uh, keep walking. Walk away from the den. Like try to go around it.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, you're not good at those.
19.
Ooh, that's really good.
19. Okay.
Proud of you.
Let's go ahead and do this. Okay. And let's see one more. Yep. I'm just adding some shit up real quick.
My mouse is all
Okay. So as soon as you start walking um past it, you hear and you hear like kind of like barking and yapping, and you take a look and you see these humanoid hyenas standing at the front of the mouth of the cave with spears, and they're just like kind of biting at each other. And just you see like a pile of bones right there as well. And what do you do?
Oh shit! Don't forget your chimera.
Yeah, he does have his chimera.
I'm just
I
making
did forget about the chimera.
because like I looked at it and I had my Nino Blight thingy there, and I
Yeah,
was like, oh yeah, make sure I have that shit up because Groot probably chilling somewhere in my pocket or on my
he
shoulder and
is. He's
shit.
been chilling in your pocket. He didn't.
Um, I keep walking.
Okay, make another stealth check for me as you're trying to sneak past these guys. Because the first one you were coming up on them. This one is to see if you can sneak around
Uh,
them.
Not good. 9.
Okay. Yep. That one sees you. And that one sees you with a natural 16. So they both snap their heads to you like they could smell you, and then and they start running at you. I need you to roll initiative.
Are we gonna end the fight with Dragon? They what?
Wow.
What'd you get?
Nat 1.
Wow. Okay, they go for you. So they're about 40 feet away from you. So the first one, one of them has a spear, the other one actually has a bow, and the one with the spear kind of uses his action and his movement to run up to you. So now he's within 5 feet of you. The other one is gonna go ahead and take a shot with his bow.
And how far is he?
He moved up 10 feet, so he's within 30 feet of you.
Okay.
And he got a 14 to hit.
Hits.
Okay.
Damn.
6 points of piercing damage.
And then I cast Hellish Rebuke.
Is that for melee or just overall?
I believe it's overall. Being damaged by a creature within 60 feet.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
What is it? There's a way to do it. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 19 out of 20.
19 points of damage. Okay, so the one that shot you with the bow definitely is looking hurt as fire blasts from you and hits him. His sense is just and he's just and he is snarling and he looks pissed, and the other one looks even more pissed than what he was just a minute ago. That ends their turn. It is now your turn.
I'll use my breath weapon.
Okay. Do they need to?
It's gonna be a saving throw of A dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw. Okay.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and do that. Give me just 1 second here.
Oh, is that a drink? Like a drink you made?
What?
I got brought a drink.
Oh, nice. So dex save. Let me do this. 12
Thank
on
you.
one and 3 on the other, so both fail.
Yep.
One of them, the acid breath kills him. The other one, how much damage is it?
Holy shit, man! The rolls today. 15 total.
15. Okay, so the second one he gets hit, and it looks like he got damaged a little bit, but he's still up. The other one with the bow just bam, he hit the ground. He's done. He's melted. He's a puddle at this point. Does that end your turn?
That,
Ugh,
no, that was just my action.
Okay, bonus
I
action.
used chill touch as a
Go
bonus.
ahead. Make an
Oops,
attack.
wrong one. That is a 23
Definitely hits.
and a 13 for damage.
How do you want to do? How do you want to do this?
Well, he's within 5 feet, so
Yeah.
I actually kind of like have the ghost hand become part of my hand, and I
Mm-hmm.
just like jam it into his chest and just like rip out his fucking heart and shove it in his mouth.
Okay. As you pull and you shove your hand in, the ghost hand actually helps you grasp it, and you pull it out. And as it's beating in your hand, the chill just encapsulates it, turning it into ice, and you just crush it with your bare hand. And it shatters into a million pieces, and he just falls dead. And you hear a cling, 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 cling. And you look over and you see what you had not noticed before, a bell at the front entrance. And it looks like his spear had a string attached to that bell. And you hear more snarling. What are you doing?
Start walking away.
Okay, so you start moving. I would say at this point in time, because things heard you 30 feet, make a stealth check. Are you moving stealthily or are you just running?
Stealthily.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Not stealthily.
What did you get?
We're at a
I
little
got a
break
6.
right now. Listen to
Six.
Draxy's fight right now. Try and enjoy ourselves.
Okay. So you see two more pop up, and both have bows, and one of them is looking around for you and doesn't. You're like, oh, that one doesn't notice me. The other one comes up behind him and just, and he points in the direction, and he shows the other one where you are, and he actually looks like he has a heavy crossbow, which they are about 30 to 40 feet from you. His range is 60 feet. He's going to take a shot at you.
Dang. What did you do? Well, you did kill some of them, so.
13 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. As the bolt comes crashing down, you suffer 12 points of piercing damage.
And then I use Hellish Rebuke
Okay.
as well.
Go ahead and roll damage for that. As the crossbow bolt, the heavy crossbow bolt, hits your shoulder, it's been because you were like trying to move stealthily away from him. So kind of your side slash your back was a little bit towards him. He hits you in the shoulder and it spins you completely around. Now you are facing them.
There. That's how it does it again. Okay. Damage is
25.
20. No. 14.
14. Okay. As you shoot and fire from your actual body that was encapsulating your torso at the time, it actually goes off and it hits him, doing significant damage, but he is still up and he is pissed. And it's the other one's turn, and he is gonna go ahead and shoot you with his heavy crossbow.
Damn. How many are you fighting right now?
Natural 17, 21 to hit.
Misses.
Seems accurate.
Damn, man. You just left the
14
damn
points
village.
of piercing damage.
How much?
14.
Okay.
And I need you to make a constitution saving throw.
That is a 21.
Okay, so you are not poisoned, luckily, but you got hit with another crossbow bolt. So when you got hit in the shoulder, it hit you in the right shoulder, and it spun you around. As soon as you spun around and you release the hellish rebuke, the other crossbow bolt hits you almost in the same spot, and now the tips are touching each other. So you have two crossbow bolts that are sitting and touching at the tips inside your body.
And I just realized I actually have 2 actions, not 1.
Well, keep that in mind for future
Yep,
combat.
I just remembered that.
Seems accurate. And you hear, and you see 2 more pop up behind those 2. It is now your turn.
You getting fucked up, or at least you they trying to fuck. It's like super quiet.
I will pull. How far away are they?
They're 60 feet from you at this point. You're like right in their range. But the 2 behind, the 2 that just came up have spears. They don't have crossbows. So you imagine they need to get closer to attack you.
So then I'll use chill touch on the one that I've already hit.
Okay.
That
Go
is
ahead
a
and roll.
20.
Definitely hits.
20 to hit. And that is a 11.
Okay. He is still standing.
I'll use chill touch again.
Okay. On the same one.
That is a nat 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
And you're doing it to the same one or a different one.
The other guy, the other crossbow.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage and double the dice.
Oh, it automatically doubled the dice for me.
Oh, nice. Thank you, D&D Beyond.
I know they got.
Yeah, no shit.
First they implement digital dice and shit and make the advantages. And it's like they're doing all for us. Sponsor us,
That
D&D
is
Beyond. Pay us money to.
that was a 14.
Okay. Definitely still standing. He looks hurt, but he's still standing.
And back to the other one with a 23 to hit.
Okay.
Let's move back
That is 12.
Okay. So that one, as he goes down, and he is frozen solid, and as he falls, he shatters into pieces. Now there are three left. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So the other one who has the crossbow fires at you, and he's gonna go ahead and roll to see if he hits you.
Probably should have moved. I didn't think about that.
18 to hit,
Hits.
10 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You said
How many
10?
has he killed so far?
3.
He's killed three.
And how many are still left?
Three,
3.
as far as he knows.
17.
You're right by the den.
What'd you get?
17.
Okay, you're fine. You're not poisoned. How low are you on health? Wait, I don't. I want to know. Yeah, I
I have
would.
158. No, I'm just kidding.
Seems legit. Well, then I need to toughen up these monsters.
Shit.
Well, there's a reason why I'm using spells.
Yeah. And you see the other ones, they look panic, and you see one of them who has a spear. He's gonna try to throw it at you. He's gonna do it at disadvantage because he's actually he'll just do a straight roll. No, the distance is gonna be disadvantage. So, give me 1 second here. 13 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And the other one who has his spear, he drops it and he looks at his dead comrade and he picks up his crossbow, and picks up the that does his action, so he can't do anything else. But so he took his action to pick up the crossbow and the crossbow bolts, and he's getting ready to shoot at you. Uh, that ends their turn. It is now your turn.
So I back up 30 feet
Okay.
and then use chill touch.
Okay. On which one?
Um, the one that I've already hit that's still alive.
Okay. Go ahead and roll this. See if you hit.
That is a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is a 12.
12.
Are
Okay.
you bored of the same old game apps that don't get anything? Well, little do you know, there's a game called Echo Bullets. It's a top-down game battle royale that's in the dark. You can only see so far in front of you. Play with your friends or do solos. They got an event right now with different little skins and challenges to keep you entertained and coming back for more. Sponsor me, Epic. Sponsor me.
Seems legit.
Wow.
As you are. Hashtag sponsored,
Wow.
hashtag not sponsored, hashtag please sponsor us.
Wow.
So, as you are currently fighting Philip, you are back in the city at the inn having a drink with Galazar, who is actually having some alcohol with you, which you
Be
haven't
honest,
seen him do.
I'm actually I have some alcohol in real life right here.
Hey, look at
Hello,
that.
alcohol.
Seems legit. So, Philip, you are sitting there with Galazar, and his wife is serving you guys drinks. What are you doing?
Shit, I'm just enjoying myself, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm happy you got your memories back and you finally, you know, you put yourself together fully.
Thank you, Sir Drac. Sir Galazar. I'm sorry, I'm still a little confused. It's all just still new to me. Just, I don't know what happened. But I do believe, Drakthi, and you are the key to um some issues that we're having. Just so you know, uh, you talked to Claire up on the hill, right?
Yeah.
I'm part of that organization as well.
Oh, word?
I didn't know I was until I got my memories back, believe it or not, but now that I have them, I I'm just I'm a newer initiate. I was initiated several years ago and I'm still kind of bottom rank, if that makes sense.
What is this organization that you guys are a part of?
Oh, it's just a protection. It's just to make sure nothing too evil gets out in the world without someone there to stop it. Just adventurers and do-gooders, that sort of thing. It's just a club per se. I just never thought I would see action like this.
I see. Do you know who my uncle is?
Oh, I've I've actually, believe it or not, I've trained under him.
What? You was his pupil?
I was one of his pupils in the order. He didn't teach me necessarily stealing or thieving as you have, but he taught me how to fight. I just
Well,
didn't remember it up until now, to be honest.
damn. All right. My uncle's out here teaching the young ones some new tricks and shit. All right. He out here. Was he an asshole?
Oh, some people thought he was. I thought he was endearing.
Yeah, no, he has a weird sense of humor, calling people little bitches and stop whining like a bitch. Pull your pants up, use a real,
Yes, I
hold
remember
no
that
punches and shit
a
like
lot. I remember that a lot. So, oh, do you want me to leave you alone so you can prep for tonight's fight?
that. Yeah. Let me get myself together and get myself in the mindset so I can get ready for this fight.
Well, may the best man win then. And he puts out his hand, and you shake it?
Yeah,
You shake it, and it has a new grip on it. It's a new firm handshake that you haven't felt with shaking his hand previously. It's a new energy in him. It seems like he's more himself than just rather in a haze and hesitant. Like he's more sure of himself. And you get excited. You are like, shit, I found a real one. I don't know what he's capable of at this point. I want to see.
well, shit. All right, then. I'm gonna have to fight that.
Yep. And then are you just going upstairs and meditating until the time?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my head right. I'm gonna
Okay.
start quoting Biggie Smalls and Tupac.
It
Don't worry about those
seems accurate. So, Jackie, back to your fight. um, you hear
things.
and you see a leering tall figure bust through the entrance, and you just and you see what looks like a giant is make a nature check for me because you haven't done that yet for these creatures, because you technically don't know what they
No.
are right now. What'd you get?
7.
Yeah, you really don't know. They're weird hyena people. That's as best as you
That's your
know.
description of it. Weird looking hyena
Yeah,
people.
yeah. That's but you see one that is big and massive, and he is carrying a huge crossbow. This guy, he actually busted through the ceiling. The mouth cave is about 6 to 7 feet tall. He busted through that. He's standing 8 feet, full height. He manhandled that shit, and it looks like he's holding a ballista instead of a crossbow. And he looks
Interesting.
pissed. And he actually looks at one of them, and as his bonus action, he's going to step on one of them.
Wait, what? Should step on one?
Definitely hits. As he looks, and these guys are standing about 5 to 6 feet tall at most, and he's standing 8 feet tall, mind you. He lifts up his foot, steps on one of them, and splats him. He fucking Gallagher's this shit, like the shit out of one of them in the back. Like the bones snap. You see blood splatter everywhere, and just and he starts laughing like a fucking hyena does. Just and he aims the ballista at you. And he was actually just walking. He wasn't really using an attack. He just happened to step on one of them, but he just looked down and started laughing. He takes the ballista at you, and he fires.
And
13 to
what's
hit.
the range? What's the range on the ballista? Hits
120 feet.
about the range of my spells. Nice.
That's short range. His long range is 250 feet.
Oh wow.
So take 12 points of piercing damage. As the ballista shoots into the air, you're still conscious, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As the ballista fires in the air, you see it arcing through the forest, passing the trees, and it skims you on the side, and it fucking hurts. It did not feel good, and you recoil in pain. It is now your turn.
You say, it hurts, you sons of bitches, and I hope you die in the most horrible way. I hope someone steps on you, you son of a bitch.
uh.
Oh shit, my screen went black.
I start bolting.
Just
No, actually, no,
sitting
I
here
don't
waiting
bolt.
for my turn and shit.
What do you do, Jackathy?
We're here waiting on my turn, playing these mini games on my phone. Echo Bullet, top-down battle royale game playing in the dark. Squads of 3 or King of Hill. They do have a 5v5 that happens about every 7 hours. They got an event going on for new skins. Download for free on iOS or Android. Sponsor me, Echo Bullet. Sponsor me. I don't have a
Sorry, I had to
download.
wait for the advertisement. Um. So I'm gonna use chill touch on the guy, the crossbow guy.
Okay.
20 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Oh wait, who did he squish? The spear guy or the?
Spear guy.
Okay. That is a 10 to hit, or not 10 to hit, 10 damage.
Okay. He gets frozen and part of his legs freeze, and it looks like he can't really move. and he looks like he's very hurt. Like it looks like he's on death's door.
Let's see, and I'm 60 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna use chill touch on the big guy now.
Okay. Roll to see if you hit.
18 to hit.
Let's see. Misses.
Damn. Well, I've been playing
Alrighty.
Stick of Truth
Bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
PC.
Oh yeah, that definitely misses. Holy shit, that's a nat one.
Oh my gosh. Don't you gotta roll again to see if you kill yourself?
Yep.
Oh yeah, huh?
Well, I've been playing Stick of
No,
Truth.
no. Now it gives me a fucking 19.
Okay. So you don't kill yourself, but you miss. What do? You still have your movement.
Oh yeah, that's true. Um, I say screw it and just start walking towards it.
Okay, so you walk 30 feet towards it. All right.
Yep,
Okay. Is that end your turn?
that ends my turn.
Okay. So it is going to be the small crossbow guy's turn.
Small crossbow
He's
guy.
small crossbow guy. That definitely hits. He's got a natural 14 for a 18 to hit total. And then that's gonna be bam bam. 7 points of piercing damage.
I am now unconscious.
With that, you look up and you're just, come on. You start walking. You forgot about the small guy. You're just looking at the big guy. You're like, come on. And just skims the side of your head and it makes you black out. That's all you know. Philip,
What'd it do?
it is now evening here in the Inn of Connieberry. You hear the people shouting and screaming and cheering from below. What do you do?
I think in my head, I don't even have to show. I can just leave right now.
You're
No,
in a room. I mean, you don't have to, but
nah. I'm curious about what the hell's all sparkly up about Galzard. So I uh I take it upon myself and I stand up and I use the ring and I'm like, hey, Dragathy, I don't know if you can hear me or if you're busy or asleep, but I'm about to fight Galzord. So I'll let you know how that goes. And I wait for his response.
you hear no response.
All right, so you're beating off. That's cool. I'll let you get back to it. And then I head downstairs. And then I go down
Okay.
to the arena and shit. And I'm just like pointing at people like, hey, I'm scared as shit. I'm about to fucking die. Not for real though. I'm ready to do this.
So as you come down the stairs, people are, Philip, yeah, and people are like chanting, like, yeah, I saw you fight last night, yeah, and like people are like coming up, shaking your head. That was a good fight last night, even though you lost. You know, just talking, having a merry time, and the barkeep just slams a tankard on the table on the counter, bam, bam. I can't believe it's time. Well, wow. Let me do that again. Fucking stupid. I tell you, Philip, right there. You ready, right? You ready for this fight here?
I'm gonna be as ready as I am.
Huzzah! Here, do you want a drink before or drink after?
Both.
And he slides you over, and Galazar sitting there, and the challenger and the champion. Galazar, is it the usual? Now that you're back to your usual self? He goes, make it 2. Very well. And he goes, and before you take a sip, Philip, Galazar looks at you and goes, don't drink that. Drink what I drink.
Sure. Why not?
And the barkeep takes your drink away, and he sets down this drink, and he sets it in front of Galazar at the same time, and everyone's like, "The drink of champions!" And just shouting and just having a big old good time. And he just, now, I'll tell you what, this drink here gonna, if you're not prepared, gonna fuck you up, but you're gonna have a good time in that arena. I'll tell you what.
Shit, man. Ain't that it's all about? Just having a good time.
You look at the drink, and it is a red colored. It's like almost like a red amberish color, and there's reddish smoke wafting out of the drink.
All right. I grab it. I say YOLO. Don't know what it means. I just made it up, and then I chug it down.
As you start chugging it burns. It has a taste of a little bit of cinnamon,
Ooh,
and it has a peppery flavor to it.
I love cinnamon.
And it warms you up, and it is a phenomenal drink. Like, this is one of the most purest drinks if you've had in a while. And just Galazar puts this down and burps, and you just see a puff, a little bit of red smoke come out, and a little bit of fire. And you have the urge to burp too. What do?
A bird.
You, as soon as you let out a, and as soon as that happens, a little bit of fire pops out.
I
I
giggle
was
and I'm
just
like,
thinking,
hey,
what
I'm a
if?
dragonborn now.
I'm sorry, I gotta say this. I was just thinking, what if he didn't actually burp? What if he farted instead?
You don't know what would happen.
Oh my god, this.
See,
That thought just like popped into my head.
I tried to
Oh
burp.
my god.
yeah,
My pants
and
are on
I'm sorry,
fire.
continue.
he slams the tankard on the table again, and he actually does a rapid movement. He goes bam, bam, and then you see the trapdoor fall down, or actually, it actually comes up, leading, revealing the staircase that goes down. And Galazar starts walking down. Do you follow? Okay, so you both. No, excuse me. Sorry. You start to walk down, and you see the familiar arena where you fought the guard. And funny enough, that same crown's guard is, or the city guard in this particular case, is standing at the bottom of the staircase. He goes, "Give him hell, Philip," and he puts up his arm as to give you like a side fist bump.
All right, for sure. I'll give him side fist bump. I'm gonna do my best.
As soon as he, like, you put your arm up, he actually clashes his actual arm against your arm, and he goes, "Give him hell."
Fuck yeah, dude. Always.
And you guys make your way, and you guys actually are standing there, and the barkeep's like, "Well, give it just a minute here while everyone finds their seats. Um, who who do you want to bet for if you guys are wanting to wager anything?" And Galazar goes, "I bet on Philip to win."
Shit, I appreciate that, especially with the last bit. Uh, um, I'm
And the
going to.
barkeep like comes up and whispers, "It's kind of customary to bet on your opponent to win. It shows respect. If you want to, you don't have to."
I bet on my homie over here, Galazar, to win.
How much you wagering? As the Crown's Guard says that to you.
100 gold.
And Galazar looks at you. 100 gold it is.
Show 100 gold.
And everyone's rah, rah, just like cheering and like yelling. And like you guys step on the platform and Galazar shouts, I shall become the champion.
Okay, that's
Do
fine.
you repeat? He looks at you, goes, and he shows like you need to say this.
Oh yeah, no, I repeat, I repeat, I repeat everything he says.
I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
become
I
the
just got brought food, and so I'm about
yeah.
to take a bite.
Seems accurate. So as you guys, the vision fades in front of you, and you guys actually appear once again in the arena. You're at that position that you were the last time you were fighting, and Galazar is standing on the other side of the arena. I need you to roll initiative there, Philip. I'm gonna Drakathy, I'm gonna play Galazar on my end.
15.
I was actually going to suggest it.
You got a what?
I was actually going to suggest that.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, I heard that. I meant Philip.
15.
15? Okay. Galzar actually got a natural 19, and he doesn't have an initiative, so he goes first. So, you guys are about 60 feet away. He's going to go ahead and use his movement to rush forward, putting him 30 feet within range. And he is actually going to go ahead and need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, Philip.
Oh, thank goodness. 24.
Okay, you succeed. So you take half damage, and you'll take 6 points of lightning damage. As Galazar looks at you, opens his maw, and you recognize it, and you're like, I know this. This is gonna be bad. This is lightning. I need to dodge this. And as you mention that, you move out of the way as a bolt of arcane lightning shoots forward out of his maw, and he just and it does hit you. You get some of the electricity, but you're not like too badly damaged. So you do take 6 points of that lightning damage. He's gonna go ahead and then what he is going to do, he's gonna go ahead and use his action surge. And he is gonna go ahead and use that action to close the distance on you. And then he's gonna go ahead and lash out with his he's gonna go ahead and do his use one of his swords. 16 to hit.
Oh, it hits.
Okay. You suffer 6 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And 13 points of fire damage.
Oh my gosh, I'm almost dead.
Then he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna look at you and goes, "What you got? I can't let you I can't have all the fun here, right, Sir Philip?" And he's gonna end his turn.
All right. All right. I see you out here. Um. So. Um. I pull my short sword out
Mm-hmm.
and I look at him and I cast false life.
You cast what?
False life.
Okay.
Um, that way I can fucking heal myself.
Seems accurate.
Oh, look at that. Hit myself for 6. Once I do that, let me put that slot there.
And he is within range of you. Within melee range.
Yeah. I pull out my Chidori and I
Mm-hmm.
swing.
Okay, go
I
ahead
try
and
to
swing.
penetrate that motherfucker's chest.
Okay.
23.
What'd you get?
23.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Woo! 14.
Okay. Is that end your turn?
Can I do True Strike on him or no?
What's that?
Can I perform True Strike, which gives me information of like general weaknesses and defenses and shit like that?
Um,
Or no, because I kind of use my bonus action to do the.
you used your bonus action.
Then wait, hold on. Let me check something real quick.
Then you what?
I'm checking something real quick.
Oh, I was like,
I'm like eating and talking at the same time.
oh yeah, you're fine.
Um. Uh. That's it. I gotta. Yeah, I am my turn.
Okay.
I looking at
As
like
he,
you enjoy yourself, boy.
of course I am, Sir Philip, but don't feel too bad. You put up a pretty good fight. Shall I end this?
You can try.
And he goes, I would love to. 17 to hit.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, it hits.
9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
He's still alive.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm barely though. I'm all beat up and shit, but I'm holding my shit, and I'm like, I'm gonna get you, motherfucker.
23 to hit.
No. Yeah, yeah, it hits.
8 points of slashing damage.
How you want to do it?
How do I want to do it? Oh, wait, by the way, he does 2d6 fire damage.
How
Just for
do
shit.
you want to do it?
Another 8 points, so 16 points total. As he, as he, wham, he gets you with the first slice, and it cuts from your clavicle on your right side down across your chest to your lower left side. And he goes, I'm sorry about this, Philip. It's gonna hurt a little bit. And he stabs you with the flaming scimitar into your chest. And he goes, I'm sorry. And he twists it. And as soon as he starts to turn it, you feel an internal burning sensation. And you feel the alcohol you just drank ignite inside your stomach.
I yell out, "You tricked me!"
And as you are shouting out, no, and you see your vision fade, and you guys are both back to the standards, as if you guys took a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys are back to normal. You guys have all your stuff. So you guys will have all your like spell slots and whatnot back. So keep that in mind. and everyone's just, and it was such a short fight. Everyone's like, that was amazing. And uh, Philip actually gets the winnings, and he hands you back yours. He gives you the 100 gold back. He goes, I don't need it, Sir Philip. You've been awfully kind to me. Have you heard from Drakathy?
Um, so that's 200 gold going to my shit, right?
It's 100. You bet 100. He bet 100. He gave you back your 100.
Oh, so it's just 100 that I get.
Yeah. So you don't really lose any money. You actually you will gain 50 gold each. So he's gonna get 50. Drakathy, if you want to mark that for Galazar, and Philip, you're gonna get 50 gold for participating in the fight.
For sure. All right. Um,
And Galazar looks, he goes, well, if you ever want to, you can give this arena a shot. And he points to a placard and he goes, remember, if you go on the platform on the left hand side, please refrain from saying, I will not die, and saying 1 through 20. You will die. If you say, I will die 1 through 20, you should be fine. But if you want to train here, it's open to you. And so directly whenever he gets back.
oh, thank you. Thank you. And I try to contact Dragathy, see what he's doing. I didn't get a response when I tried to communicate with him, so he's probably like sleeping or something like that. Not to worry, because if he was in trouble, he would contact us. So I completely have faith in his abilities of protecting himself and coming out these
I
woods lit.
I hope so. If you don't mind, I'm gonna spend the evening with my wife.
Oh
I'll
yeah, man.
see you tomorrow for breakfast.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Do you get laid and shit?
Thank you, Sir Philip. And he bows to you, and people are like, "Who's fighting next?" And you see a guy who's like drunk. He looks like a drunken dwarf, and he points to the crowd's guard. He goes, "I want to fuck him up," and everyone's like, "Yeah!" And you can sit around and watch the fight if you want, or you can go up to your room. And the evening is now yours.
Um, um, I go up because I already know the crown squad is gonna kick his ass. Um, so I go up. I try to use the ring again to communicate with Dragathy because that had me a little
Mhm.
worried. But I'm just curious, making sure everything's all right. And I'm like, "Yo, man, got my ass handed by by Galazor. You're probably not surprised about that shit, but I got to hit him once, so ha, joke's on you. It wasn't a
So
flawless victory."
Um, you don't quite hear anything. You go ahead and say that. You don't quite hear anything yet. Drakathy, you have a ringing headache. You are weak, and you hear this in your head. You open up your eyes and you see nothing but black.
I see. I open up my eyes. I see nothing but black.
Yep, darkness.
Do I feel anything on my face?
You feel your own blood. You don't
Okay.
feel like you're not blindfolded, if that's what you were looking for.
Yeah.
You're not blindfolded. You have no sight in here because there's no light.
Do I hear anything?
You hear you hear you hear what you assume is the hyena people, because the last thing you remember is getting knocked out and fighting them. But
Is
you
that
hear the
considered
voice in your head from Philip.
is that considered a short rest? Because I was knocked out.
No, because you are unconscious.
Yeah, I was resting.
Doesn't work like that, buddy.
I was unconsciously resting.
Seems accurate.
Should I bring up my hit points to 1?
Yes.
Okay. 1 second. No, not 31. 1. Okay. I do like a little quick check to see if I'm restrained. Like making sure my hands are work, my
You
feet
lean
work.
forward and you feel, and what you didn't notice is you do feel shackles on your hands, and both your hands are behind your back.
I didn't mean to lean forward. I just kind of like lay there and kind of like move my hands a little bit.
Well, you were sitting up against a wall, so
Oh,
you leaned
gotcha.
forward, yeah. And it went taut, and you feel that your hands are restrained.
Okay, I go to sleep.
Are you saying anything to Philip?
Fuck no, I'm just going to sleep. I just had the shit kicked out of me.
I'm gonna take a short rest while I'm restrained, get my energy up. I'm gonna kill everybody.
Philip, you hear, I got the shit kicked out of me.
I don't say it through the ring.
I said, do you say that to, what do you say to Philip? And you said, I got the shit kicked out of me. And I quote.
Well, no, I said I'm going to bed. Whatever.
And I got the shit
No.
kicked out of me. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I was saying that to you.
Oh, okay.
To Philip.
Seems
no.
legit.
I don't
Seems
say
legit.
shit to Philip. I was trying to give you my reasoning for
Yeah,
just
seems accurate. Seems accurate.
So I hear
Philip,
nothing.
You hear, I'm going to bed.
Oh. All right. Well, then I'll talk to you in the morning, nigga. Shit. Enjoy masturbating, and then I stop communicating.
Okay, you hear that, Drakathy? Are you responding?
no.
Okay. So with that, Drakathy and Philip, as you go to bed for the evening, and Drakathy, as you are restrained in an unknown place, that's where we're gonna go ahead and end tonight.
Oh yay! Yay!
I kind of want to do this tomorrow.
Oh shit! If I can find,
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
It's up to you guys, because I have shit planned out. I
don't think I have anything really major to do, and everything that I am doing is being done like hella early in the morning.
Okay, well, we'll keep track of everyone. I'll text everyone in the morning just to see what everyone's doing, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Alrighty.
I'd like to thank you to the 2 viewers that were watching and stuff. If you came towards the end, you missed it. It was some cool shit. I do have my YouTube channel. Part 9 and 10 are done being edited. I just gotta upload that shit to the channel, and then I'll do part 11 and edit and all that shit. Try to upload that before next week, the next time we session on Saturday or tomorrow, whenever we feel like. I'd like to thank y'all for coming through, watching the stream if you're watching the stream, or watching the YouTube video if you're watching the YouTube video. Y'all stay beautiful, stay safe, and keep your I's and Q's all crossed out, whatever that means. Deuces.
Deuces. Have a good night, gentlemen.